I hit the wrong button and put up the scorpion thing like I was preparing, but that's fine. How is everyone today? It's Thursday. I didn't get evicted because I was paranoid. Hooray! I did get my art box though, so I got some fun stuff. I even recorded a new art video, which I should be actually be getting up for patrons very soon. I almost got the editing done. And then it'll be up on Wednesday. I'll share it also on YouTube, obviously, and all that. But yeah, despite everything, productive day. Even got a commission done. Huzzah. Anyways, we're gonna finish up the story mode. At least I'm hoping so. I'm gonna be streaming probably till like 9-ish, 10-ish, so hopefully that's plenty of time. Fingers crossed. I'm assuming the endings are going to be at least 30 minutes to an hour each.
Welcome to the
So,
Velvet Room.
let's continue. So we unlocked
This place exists between dream and reality.
the Persona
Mind
main guys.
and matter.
So, you know, let's start off with
Now
our boy John Cena,
Why don't you introduce yourself?
Here goes. aka main character man. Continue from cliffhanger, please. Nice. That would be good.
You're lying. This isn't real. I'm not a machine. You're not me.
Previously on Persona 4 Arena. She's denied the truth of the Shadow's creation. With this, the Shadow's face twists with evil rapture.
Finally, you finally said it. Now I can be myself.
Uh-oh, Biscottios. We all know what this leads to. We played Persona 4.
Yes, the power.
Unlimited power! Oh, damn! Let's summon Satan. Not as scary as Nightmare Teddy, though. I hoped I could save her before it got to this point. That might have been impossible anyway. It's difficult enough to confront the truth, and in her case, it was accomplished by revealing the true form she had been so desperate to hide. She is a machine, but she was forced to perform painful acts that likely no one could ever comprehend. Previously seen on last stream where I ugly cried. The truth she was avoiding wasn't just part of her personality, but her actual body itself. Can't imagine the shock she's experiencing. But now the reality she built for herself has crumbled. I want to help her. She may be a machine, but she has a heart. Labrys has denied her past in which she was forced to fight and kill her friends, and her pain comes out in a long, echoing scream. What has to be done to the heart to cause such terrible screams? There's only one thing we can do. We will save Labrys. Yeah, let's place the bookmark. Alright, fight time already. Boss Super Saiyan, Boss Labrys. Let's go. Okay. Okay. That background's horrifying, especially when you know what Labrys is like. Woo! Got her. Woo! We will save you violently with fisticuffs. It's the only way we know how. Hi Naz, what up? We're so close to the 12-hour stream. Like, just so close. Ah! The power of Labra's shadow has gathered, dissipates. It's over. All that's left for Labras is to accept the darkness within her. But will she truly be able to do it? Not a lot. Got the drawing bug. That's awesome. I got a commission done today, so I feel you there. I turn around. Labras hasn't moved a muscle. She had been avoiding having to watch the battle just now as well. What more can I do for her?
Labras.
The moment I call to her.
There they are! Yukin! Labras! Sister, Narukami-san.
Ah, friendship. Chie and Aiga-san. And not just them. Yukiko and Yosuke are right behind them. And there are even more surprises.
Man, as soon as that invisible wall thing disappeared, I knew you did it!
Mm-hmm. We ran into Aiga-san along the way. She told us about Labras and everything.
Ah, the exposition toaster. Nice.
A little late, wasn't it? If someone told me what was going on from the start, I would have...
You fell into the TV when you were half asleep. For crying out loud, you really know how to blow it when it counts.
I think the fur pun counts as a bear pun, therefore take a shot. Actually, don't take a shot. That's not really fully bear, so take a sip.
Hey, what'd you go and tell them for?
I don't think this is the time for that.
Huh? Naoto?
Yeah, we were surprised too. The job she was on turned out to be related to all this.
Kanji, who had been missing before we went inside the TV, and the real Teddy are here. There's even Naoto, who wasn't supposed to have been able to come to Inaba. If I knew we were going to have a drinking game, I would have eaten. Oh yeah, don't do that on Empty Tum Tum. Don't do that on Empty Tum Tum at all. It looks like the whole investigation teams have been brought back together. I didn't know it. Yeah, my drinking involves grape Gatorade. That's it. I have to work tomorrow, so Gatorade. Everyone says that Rise had told them pretty much what had been going on. His smiles are encouraging. I turn to speak to Labras, who has been silent all this time.
These are my friends. We've all faced our weaknesses at one time or another.
Labras finally responds.
Your weaknesses. You've all faced your shadows.
Everyone gathers around Labras. Labras tries to shrink away nervously, but Rise is behind her and won't let her retreat. Oh, aggressive hugging!
Sheesh, enough doom and gloom. If you don't hurry and accept her, she'll get all lonely. But I'm a weapon who didn't want to fight. And I dragged you all into this.
Aww.
You're still hung up on that? It's over already, dummy.
Your jumping skills were amazing, but you're surprisingly sensitive, aren't you?
What does that have to do with her jumping skills?
I memean, if you notice all the robot corpses behind you, you understand the trauma she was in, but what do I know?
You're really cute, Labby-chan. You're so meta-luring.
Take a sip.
Are you all listening to me? Labras needs to face her shadow now, and
This was going well at first, but now everyone's talking about different things and we're completely off topic. Of course, that's not unusual with all of us. I have to laugh and I apologize to Labras that things didn't quite wrap up as I hoped. Labras looks back at me with a blank expression. Can't tell if that we're not treating her any differently. I turn towards Aiga-san and she meets my gaze. She nods silently and stands before Labras. She seems slightly nervous.
Nice to meet you, Labras. Or rather, sister. I am Aegis, the 7th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon. I am your successor.
Labras jerks up and looks at Aiga-san. The same instant, Yukiko gasps in surprise.
What? Excuse me, but are you also...
Yes, I too am a robot.
Yukiko immediately turned on.
It just occurred to you now?
Weren't you with her all this time, Yukiko? How did you not notice something like that? That is so like you. Once again, everyone looks towards Aiga-san and Labras, the non-human sisters. Huh, now that I see them standing together, there's something like a family resemblance. Maybe I've been wrong this whole time. If Labras is Aiga-san's older sister, then I should be calling her Labras-san? Well, I guess it doesn't matter.
My mission to retrieve you has brought me here. My colleagues are waiting for you. Are they gonna lock me up again? Well, considering all I did, Of course they will.
Labrys' expression darkens. I hadn't thought about it, but if Labrys and Aegisan are treated as weapons, there's no surprise that they would be measures to keep them in check. But Labrys shouldn't have to just accept it. She truly is going to be locked up. Make up my mind and wait for what Aegis has to say next. But she smiles.
We can discuss that later. Right now, there is an important task you must carry out.
I gotta do this, huh?
Aegisan quietly points to the shadow that remained still while we've been talking. She turned on by things she needs to be plugged in. Yeah, it's just, elaborate. That's all. Labrys looks at the shadow and then turns away and casts her gaze down at the ground again. I see, so now I'm going to have to act.
It's okay. We're all right here with you.
Indicate my friends have gathered around her. I had been forced to fight against my friends, but just as Labrys had in the past. But I had been able to endure the suffering that Labrys had not. But of course, I hadn't been forced to fight to the death. But the biggest difference between Labrys and me is that I wasn't alone. What if I had been all alone in this place? What if everyone else had forgotten about me and I had to fight all alone? Just the thought of that hurt. Labrys had been forced to endure that pain. She must have thought that there was no escaping it. But she'll be alright now. We're not going to reject her. Doesn't matter if she's a machine. She's not alone anymore.
Yeah.
Labrys slowly looks around at all the faces, searching each one for confirmation. Finally, she turns back to me and nods. Labrys then walks over to face her shadow. When she walks, she no longer seems to be bound by her fear. She then looks down at herself. She looks at the mechanical body that she had convinced herself she didn't have.
That's right. You're me.
Labrys and her shadow turn to face one another, stare into each other's eyes, then kiss. She can't avoid looking at her shadow now.
You're the way I was on the inside, screaming to be understood. The pain wanting to be known. You're all I couldn't say. You were always inside me. You're me. A machine with a heart.
Aww.
I'm sorry I ignored you all this time. I was the one who left you all alone.
Aww.
No. You are me, after all.
Yeah, the accent's great. Oh, Labrys. We're gonna have to get used to seeing this cutscene, I feel, but that's okay.
This is my persona.
Persona. Labrys accepted the existence of her shadow and obtained a persona. It's finally over. We take Labrys with us to follow Teddy and Rice to the school's rooftop, where they say it's connected to the TV at Jeunesse. All the invisible walls are gone. Perhaps there were walls like that wherever she came from, and she drew on that in making this place. Oh, God, yes! But I have a feeling she's truly freed from those walls now. As if confirmation, Labrys is slowly warming up to us, smiling more and responding to us as we start talking to her. We were in reach of the rooftop. We're surprised to see the TV world regain its studio-like appearance where we were accustomed to. However, there are two unfamiliar faces waiting for us.
Mitsuru-san, Akihiko-san.
Well, okay, I'm familiar with you guys, but I guess she knows them. People have overwhelmingly intense presences, but thankfully, they don't seem to be enemies. The moment we see them, we tense up, but after Aegisan calls out in recognition, we learn that they are her friends.
I'm Mitsuru Kirija, Labrys' handler.
A bodysuitless something out of a movie. with a fur coat on top. It's a look that doesn't really work, but her name immediately reminds me of something. The Kirijo group, and if she has the same name, she must be quite an influential person in it. The research organization that developed Labrys and Aiga-san, it must belong to her.
I'm Akihiko Sanada. Sorry for all this trouble.
Yeah, I know. I agree with you, Nez. What does it mean about doesn't really work? It works great, and Mitsuru was rocking that shit. Man with the red cape appears to be quite comfortable with Mitsuru-san and Aiga-san. Must have been helping them fight shadows for some time. Is there some reason why people called shadow extermination squads have to dress like crazy people? Hey! Damn! That's cold, dude.
So, what's going to happen to Labrys now?
Before we fully introduced each other, Yosuke asked Mitsuru-san what we've been wondering myself. I know all of us must have been worried about this, but I was waiting for a good moment to bring it up. I mean, Yosuke seems to have realized just how aligned his question is, and he shrinks back sheepishly, as if regretting to ever ask the question. I know why Yosuke's worried, but why does he have to keep stepping on landmines like this? Damn, he's a judgy Judy, isn't he? Well, if he's already stuffed in, may as well wait for the smoke to clear and see if there's many answers.
Well, you deserve to know. We were thinking of sealing her away again.
They were thinking? Did something change their minds? Mitsuru-san turns to Labrys. The smile on her face, but she is smiling for the reason we hope she is.
But our report from Aiga says that thanks to you, Labrys has acquired a persona. She's hardly a rogue test unit anymore. Besides, she has a heart. We would never treat anyone with a heart so poorly.
Yeah, we did it!
Thank goodness! I'm so happy for you, Labrys!
My friends roar in excitement. Labrys looks around at all of us, bewildered, before saying anything. Even though we've only known her for a short time, we've already come to accept her as our friend. Mitsuru-san's words come up as great relief, as if we'd been worried she might lock me up too.
Good job, guys. Let me say thanks.
He speaks without a hint of concern, but I see a touch of gratitude in Akihiko-san's eyes. He certainly looks, how can I put it, bold. He must be an honest and upright person. I guess you could call him stoic. There's a distinct burlesqueness. You know what? I'm just going to say what I was originally going to say. Burlesqueness to him. There's no way that person so considerate would neglect the goodness of Labrys' heart. It seems that Labrys couldn't believe everything she was hearing, and she turns to Akihiko back to Mitsuru-san. Brusqueness. Ah, thank you, Nez. So not burlesqueness, huh? Okay. Burlesqueness. Suddenly I think about Akihiko in a burlesque outfit, huh?
You're not gonna lock me up again? No fooling?
No fooling.
We only seal away objects. If I did that to you, knowing you have a heart, I'd be no different from the Kirijo Corporation of old.
Ooh, she got the point.
Labrys, you've been blessed with good friends.
Labrys looks stunned for a moment, and then scrunches up her face as if about to cry. Then her face lights up with a brilliant smile. Who would think that anyone capable of making these expressions were just a machine? I find myself almost moved to tears as well. We're just about to leap forward to congratulate Labrys once again when... Labrys' head droops suddenly, and like a puppet, his strings have been severed. I'm about to rush over to see what's the matter. When I see Akihiko take a fighting stance, I realize this is no ordinary matter. Suddenly a bizarre voice emanates from Labrys.
It's not over yet.
That isn't Labrys' voice. This abnormality seems to have made Mitsuru-san come to the realization.
What? It's the same communication system as ours.
Everyone, step away from Labrys!
Mitsuru-san and Akihiko-san rapidly shout instructions to us. We all spread out and watch Labrys from a distance.
I cannot gain access. She is being hacked.
Oh my god! They're in!
It isn't coming from inside this facility. The signal originates elsewhere.
You mean outside the TV?
Outside the TV? That's right. I cursed myself for not having forgotten I was supposed to have been cause of all this. Hacker man! All this was going on and Labrys had somehow been placed in the TV. There has been someone outside who threw her in here. Same person who stole Labrys from the Kirijo group and then threw her in the TV. Now taking direct control over her.
This is just a little extra resistance. Now, entertain me.
The nonchalant voice fills with malice. With a dazed look in her eyes, Labrys looks up and dashes forward. She's fast. Barely dodged her axe in time. Surprised, I look up at Labrys once more. Her eyes are blank. She wasn't looking at anything. Those eyes were filled with the strength and responsibility of awareness and duty. Her face had been filled with sorrow over the pain of the past. She had a smile, and she had found real friendship for the first time in her life. Whoever's controlling her has stolen all these things from Labrys. Then... I won't let her be hurt like this anymore!
She's suffered enough. I won't let you hurt her.
So I will go into the fisticuffs with her. Hold on, I just gotta respond to this, because this is a commission thing. You can post it up. That is no problem at all. Thank you for the request. Send. There we go. There we go. We did it. Congratulations. Good job. All right. Man, that really is a GLaDOS voice. It is. All right. That's quite regular, Labrys. All right.
Final. Fight.
Take this. Go. Over here. These are not. Nice try. One more. Go.
I won't let anyone hurt Labrys except myself, who's fist fighting her, but that's fine. Damn. Got her. And bookmark.
My, she was quite easily defeated. Evidently, I didn't push her far enough. Well, she is a test unit, so this is as far as my little game goes.
It's all about the game and how you play it. Labrys has stopped moving. The only sound is a smug voice that continues to come from her. Those heartless words cause anger to boil up within me.
Who are you? Why are you toying with people's emotions like this? Labrys isn't a tool. If you want to fight, then come out and fight!
You're quite passionate. You, Narukami, was it?
This person, whoever he is, knows about me? Then maybe it isn't coincidence that we were dragged into this. This revelation shakes all of us.
Labrys' shadow was only the mastermind of the tournament. I see now. You're the true culprit behind the whole thing.
Indeed. It was I who stole Labrys away. Since I don't have a persona and can't enter a TV, I needed a puppet that could run amok for me. Labrys' persona was only partially awakened, so I had a feeling her shadow would appear if she underwent a little suffering. You got the better of me this time. You deserve to know at least that much.
Enough is enough. I've never been so irritated knowing that I can't do anything for whoever's controlling Labrys.
This time. So your scheme hasn't ended.
Well then, everyone, until we meet again.
The communication cuts off abruptly without answering me. Labrys immediately slumps to her knees. Before I can even begin to move, Edgey is already at Labrys' side to support her. Edgey looks at me and nods, confirming that Labrys is alright. Thank goodness. Labrys is okay. I feel a bit of my strength drained from me. Still, sword in my hands feels awfully heavy. Sarasan speaks up from behind me, even as I consider this.
It seems whoever our adversary is, they're connected to us. I advise you not to get involved in this matter any further. From here on, you should leave this to us.
What? Wait a second. We went through this whole big thing and that's it?
She's right. There's no way in hell we're backing out of this now.
I understand how you feel, but this is too dangerous for you. We will do our best to ensure that no harm comes to you. Trust in us and let us work.
My friends bristle at Masuro's proposal. After all, we've come this far, and we already knew about the dangers. There's so much I want to say, but I can't understand why they don't want us to stay away.
Guys, I think we can trust Mitsuru-san. We should let them handle this.
My friends respond with looks of shock. Of course, they don't agree. But now's not the time to complicate matters. One of them should understand why I'm backing down so easily. I signal Yosuke. I stare directly into Yosuke's eyes for a moment, then kiss, hoping that he would understand my intentions here. And the kiss. Come on, Yosuke, back me up, bro.
Yeah. We're all tired, so let's just get the heck out of here.
Smooth, Yosuke. Oh, well. I sneak a glance towards Mitsuru-san and the others, see if they picked up on this, but none of them appear to notice. And they're just pretending not to notice. Well, in any case, it means we've been let go for now. I sigh with relief before urging everyone to exit the TV. When I return to the real world, exhaustion from the events of the day catch up with me. I'm more tired than I expected. And again, I have been fighting all this time. Can't be helped. Everyone seems to be tired too, so we decided to go our separate ways for the day. Still, everyone is safe, Labrys included. It'll be a while before this case is completely closed, but I think we can assume the disturbance has been settled for now. I worry about the mastermind that's taking control of Labrys, but I need to rest for now. When I get back home, Nanako greets me with a bright smile. The moment I see that, all exhaustion of the day hits me along with a profound sense of relief. I can't keep myself from staggering. Nanako and my uncle were worried a bit by that. That doesn't bother me at all. There was something I wanted to do in my room, but I hadn't even been in my room for an hour when the awareness melts into darkness. A dream? No, that's not it. My vision is quietly enveloped in a familiar blue color. This is the Velvet Room.
The actions you took, the way you withstood this trial, it truly shook me to my core.
I think there was a hentai comment, comic based off of that comment. Anyways.
You have bested the misfortunes dealt to you and learned an important lesson.
Imagine going to sleep and waking up in a limo. Right? Oh. Margaret is smiling more than usual and appears to be blushing slightly as well. I only did what came naturally to me, but she must have discovered something more than that. The path leads past the door we've opened and the door of the future. I don't know what it is for sure, but I have a good idea that we're taking our first steps on it. I nod in understanding and Margaret continues.
Now, I have a personal matter to discuss with you. Not as a resident of this room.
Bow chicka wow wow.
The one with malicious intent who struck at you today. This malice has not faded or subsided in the least.
Ooh.
I'm worried about you. It may be that fate will deal you a third trial. Do you have the resolve to face it?
Bring it on.
You are strong. I will never cease to find you intriguing.
Thank you.
It seems my fears were groundless. I'm already anticipating our next meeting.
Oh, by the way, I found your sister. She was wandering around. Just thought I'd let you know.
Until then, farewell.
Margaret smiles once more and my vision begins to fade. The dream is ending. The hotter sister, right? By the way, I got myself some combat boots for fall. They're very comfy. I fall into a deep sleep. All the riding boots were actually pretty shitty this year. I was kind of bummed out about it. But then I saw those combat boots. I was like, ooh. I wake up to my phone ringing. According to the call, we're supposed to meet up at the outskirts of the shopping district, at the crossroads in front of the gas station. When I arrived, the other members in the investigation team had already shown up. Surprisingly, the one who called us was Labrys. She wanted us to come so we could say her farewells to us. Say our farewells to her. You know what I mean.
Ooh, is that it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it.
Oh man, it's so long. What the heck kind of car is that? How does it even turn corners?
Mitsuru's so extra. I love it. The long limousine drives up to us at a surprising speed. It's so long that I can't believe it was able to handle the country roads of Inaba. I don't think I'll ever see another automobile like this in my life. Limo slows to a stop and smoothly parks beside us. Mitsuru-san climbs out of the back seat and nods to us. Labrys and Akihiko are in the back seat as well.
You're looking good, Labrys.
Sorry I made you come here all of a sudden, but there was something I really wanted to tell you guys.
Aww. When I look at her, Labrys smiles and looks embarrassed. She takes a moment and looks around at all of us and then continues.
I decided to work with Mitsuru-san. I want to catch the darn culprit. Not only that, but, you know how you guys had my back during this whole mess? Yeah. This time, I want to get yours.
Aw. Say, ain't that gas station where the devil hangs out? Yeah, basically.
You go and do that.
I can't help but smile at the conviction and trust in her words. Labrys has faced her weakness and accepted it. She's about to begin walking towards the goal she found on her own. That's why I don't see any reason to stop her. It'll be sad to see her go, but this decision is one Labrys made for herself.
This definitely ain't the last you've seen of me. When I come back, we'll hang out some, okay?
I'll be waiting, and so will everyone else.
But mostly Yukiko, because we ship them hard.
Come back soon.
To lose such a rare beauty again. It's so tragic.
Take a shot.
That's what you're sad about?
Everyone has their own response to Labrys' news. One thing for sure, we'll be waiting for her. There's no lie behind that sentiment. After all, she's our friend. Mitsuru-san tells Labrys that it's time and we get back in the limo. Labrys looks at me right in the eye. She seems to might have a cry for any second, but is resolved not to. She smiles.
You guys are the best. I'm glad it was you who were there when I woke up. Well, see ya!
Man and machine. What if there's truly a difference between them anymore? The thought came to me and we wave our final goodbyes to Labrys. Well, considering an AI learned how to be absolutely racist within seconds. Oh boy. Yeah, friend in quotations, that's true. Friend. The limo demonstrates impressive agility as it speeds off down the narrow rural roads.
Aw, she's really gone.
Oh, you're here too, Rise?
Seriously. Wish she could have stayed a little longer.
I would have liked that myself, but they have their own tasks that must be done.
Yosuke and I share a glance after Naoto says that, and kiss. Their own tasks, huh? It's not just theirs. We smile at each other. Ever since I answered Mitsuru-san's proposal inside the TV, I've had my mind made up. Yosuke already knows how I think. Then again, that conversation was very long ago. Had only been this morning. I don't know how she found my number, but after Labrys' phone call earlier, I decided to cook breakfast for Nanako and my uncle. Nanako hears me making noise in the kitchen and stands next to me, excited.
I'll help too.
Panic for a moment when Nanako reaches for the other cutting board and a knife. Consider stopping her, but decide not to.
If you're gonna use the knife, be careful, okay? Make sure you don't cut yourself.
Uh-huh. I'm always careful when I cook with you.
Nanako picks up a cucumber from the counter and begins slicing it diagonally. Her skills are still clumsy and unsteady, but all I do is caution her about how to hold the knife and then watch her work without intervening. She doesn't have to become a master all at once. All it takes is constant progress, little by little. Same can be said for me or anybody. And also if you work on art. Progress, not perfection, okay? Even though things may hurt us, we may want to give up, we just have to keep trying. As many times as it takes until we see our goals through. Instead of nothing changing, I wish to see everything changing along with myself.
Oops, sorry, Nanako. Could you put the knife down for a second?
Ahoy hoy.
Okay.
I ensure that Nanako puts down the knife before answering my phone. Didn't have to look at the screen to know who was calling.
Hello? Is this Yosuke?
Like you don't know. Listen, about yesterday.
I thought this was coming.
Yosuke rushes on, as if irritated that we have to say this conversation over the phone. I managed to calm him down. It's funny that he's getting so excited over this, but I'm glad he managed to wait until the whole night before calling me.
Yosuke, do you remember the Moonlight Bridge? The one from our class trip?
Oh!
Yeah, sure.
I used to be a city boy too, remember? Hey, were you checking out the Kitty Joe group online?
Perceptive as always. Now that's my partner and kid. When I went back to my room last night, I spent so much time as I could searching information about Kirijo group online before I fell asleep. Of course, there wasn't anything about the organization involving Lapras and Aiga-san, but a little I did find was better than nothing. Yosuke asked me if I plan to go back on my word with Mitsuru-san and the others. I did say that we ought to trust them to solve the mystery, but I never said we should let them do it alone. After all, the person behind everything may be after us. On top of that, they were using others in horrific ways.
We can't back down from this, right?
Now you're talking, partner.
Yosuke and I continue to talk. We know we're getting closer and closer to battle with the enemy that we haven't even seen yet. There's only one thought in my mind. No matter what kinds of hardship await us on our path, we will continue to fight on. And as long as we have our friends, we will walk the path alongside us. Nanako watches me talk on my cell phone and smiles.
You seem excited, big bro.
I smile back at her innocent face before making a confident declaration.
The investigation team is back in action.
Right in front of Nanako, who immediately narks on him to the uncle. Alright, I was right to think about how long these are going to take each, so this might not be too bad. So I'm sure I could skip by. Yep, absolutely. Alright.
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
Of course, we're going to do the
this
investigation
place exists between
first.
dream and reality, mind and
so
matter.
What we'll do
Now,
is we'll
why
do
don't you
these
introduce
4.
yourself?
Then we'll go back down to Yukiko. And then Naoto. Then we'll go over to Akihiko. And Mitsuru and Aigus. So I think we can get this done today for sure.
Very well.
Continue from cliffhanger. Oh my god. I'm gonna shill the dono thing a lot, only because I really do need a new chair. 12-hour scene, cool, but you know what? New chair? God. Oh, there's the shill. When the new girl says Lapras, Miss President opens her mouth trembling.
My name is Lapras. Lapras.
In that instant, her pale face flushes in comprehension. She looks down at her mechanical limbs and her face twists into a bitter expression. In the meantime, the shadow glares at the other robot girl.
Don't tell me you're...
Yes, I am the 7th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon, Aegis. I am the model that came after you.
Huh. So you're here to seize her. Well, I won't let you. I'm sick of that place. I'm going to be free. Isn't that right, me? Won't that be better than letting the Kirijo group capture you again?
Kirijo. Capture.
The president blankly repeats the shadow's words. She turns to me, her eyes filled with desperation.
I wasn't human?
I should answer her. I try, but nothing comes out of my mouth. In that moment, I can feel our fates ripping apart.
I won't be caged! I will take my freedom!
Shadow's arm suddenly shoots out across the room. It's connected to her by a long chain and catches Miss President, Lapras, in it. The chain reels in like it was connected to a winch dragging her along. Shadow grabs Lapras and lifts her onto its shoulders. The next moment, the shadow bursts out of the announcement room. That was fast. Can't believe she's carrying twice her weight.
Wait!
Damn, she like fireman carried Lapras out. Can shadows do that? The other robot, I guess, follows right behind her. Just leaves Rise and me in the whole lot of questions. What the hell am I supposed to do now? Student council president is a human? It's some kind of weapon? And there's another robot girl?
Ow!
Something smacks me in the back. It's Rise. She's staring at me with flushed cheeks.
Senpai, aren't you gonna go after them?
After them? Yeah, why am I spacing out? Of course I can't just let stuff like this end like this. So what if she's not human? What if she's not what I imagined? She believed in me. She trusted me. And yet, I completely failed her. I'm not gonna let it end now. Not a chance in hell.
Thanks, Rise.
She didn't get to be a celebrity for nothing. She's really got some guts. Sure is great to have friends to urge you on.
I'll back you up from here. Good luck.
Aw, thanks, Rise. Nod with determination. Leave Rise alone in the announcement room and run out of the hole into a wall. can't match their speed, but I know where they're going. When the shadow left the room, she turned towards the stairway. She was going to head downwards to be faster and make it a fire escape in the other direction. So, while there's a whole lot going on, I guess we know where we're going. To the roof! Rough in some parts of North America. As I huff and puff my way up the stairs, I feel that one. I see a door to the roof is open, just as I thought. When I got there, I didn't see what I expected to. Took my breath away. Looks like a studio, like that place. This is the entrance to the world that we used up until the spring. Went away, we solved the mystery last year, but it must have come back when Labrys entered the TV and created the school. Guess that when everybody saw the Midnight Channel, they all became interested in it like last time. That's why it looks exactly the same.
You're here.
In the middle of the area, Aigis in the shadows, still carrying Labrys, are at a standoff. Labrys is silent. She looks conscious, and her eyes are empty, as if she's given up trying to understand anything. Shadow smiles when she sees me and snaps her fingers. Suddenly the area is enveloped in a strange presence.
What? The Grand Prix isn't over yet. If you want to chase me, you better fight each other.
Hey, wait!
Aw, bitch! I try to chase after the shadow and run into another invisible wall. This crap again. Shadow disappears back in the school building. Damn it! Looks like I just helped her buy more time. Grand Prix isn't over. So don't tell me I gotta fight more to keep going. Now I have to fight this robot Aigis? I timidly ask her. Hell, I don't know anything about her other than her name. First I need to find out what the hell she's doing here.
Is it true you came to capture her?
You're Captain Ressentiment. Yosuke Hanamura, correct?
She knows me! And she knows the Ressentiment part! Someone kill me!
I saw you in the video advertising this tournament. The one showing the people currently in this world.
Did you now?
Still, Ressentiment, huh? Still really pisses me off, but to be honest, it's not that far from the truth.
Normally, I would recommend that you evacuate at once, but neither of us can leave. I must go after her.
What a coincidence. Me too.
But this has nothing to do with you.
I may not have meant to, but I hurt that girl. She was depending on me, and I turned my back on her.
Not a human? A robot? So what? That's what I wanted to say to her, but I couldn't. That's why.
That's why I need to go and apologize.
When I say that, Aigis' expression relaxes. Really natural expression, very human-like. Labrys' face was like that too.
I think I should explain certain things to you. I'm not authorized to disclose everything, but...
She slowly begins to speak. Apparently there were incidents involving shadows and personas outside Inaba too. They didn't start recently either, but they made an unofficial squad to deal with stuff like that, and Aigis belongs to that group. She's a weapon created solely to fight shadows. She's given a soul so she can summon a persona, and the only method dealing with shadows. This president, Labrys, was a prototype, but she went AWOL. Holy crap. I mean, after last year, I'm ready for any kind of crazy story. This still takes me by surprise. Of course, it's not all that hard to believe when one of the robot girls is standing right here in front of me. But still.
There are shadows outside the TV too?
We would never have realized that a television could lead to a space like this.
Well, I'm surprised by what you just told me, so I guess we're even.
Wait until you guys find out about the palaces. I tried joking and smiling, but Aigis doesn't smile back. She looks straight at me. Her eyes are filled with strength. I can tell that she's measuring me up. Come to think of it, Labrys looked at me the same way when we first met. I remember thinking, man, those eyes.
Hey, please tell me, what's going to happen to Labrys once you catch her?
I cannot answer that.
Aww. Aigis hesitates before answering, like she has to squeeze it out of her throat. The pause says more to me than her words.
If you have no other questions, then let us begin the battle. There isn't any time to spare. Please don't resist. I can knock you out painlessly if you comply.
Yikes. But hey, I can't back down.
Act cocky so that I won't get scared. When I smile, I know I can't let her beat me.
Are you really going to fight a living weapon like myself? I do not mean to boast, but your chances of success are low.
I'm still a guy. And guys should help out crying girls, right?
For some reason, this brings a smile to her face. Then, I had a thought. Was she trying to scare me to keep me from getting into something dangerous? Perhaps this is her way of trying to be kind to me. Well, if it is, not gonna work. Never forgive myself. If I was sent home now, I lose something important to me. I've already made that decision. Maybe I can sense the resolution in me because she takes a fighting stance.
I understand. I accept your challenge.
Kumite.
Here I come.
Kumite. Kumite. Yeah, but please that bookmark. Versus. Finals.
Damage! No! Here I come! Heavy damage! Severe impact! Strike fire! Get started! Anti-air! Sheesh! Down! Light damage! Alright! Heavy damage! Severe impact! Heavy damage! Light damage!
This is so fast.
Persona! No! Heavy damage! Blast off!
Ow. Ghost Gale also does presenting though, so very
Damage! Firing!
Don't think you've won yet.
Damage!
Woo!
Light damage! Go down!
I should have fallen. Oh well.
Go, Jiraiya! Herself! Persona! Fire! Severe impact!
Go get it.
Please hit!
One more hit! Got her. Bookmark. Thank you. My shoulders bounce up and down as I wipe my sweaty face on my sleeve. I'm completely out of breath.
Well done. I'm surprised you defeated me, but this may have been for the best.
Huh?
You are truly concerned for her, even after discovering that she's a living weapon. Your sympathy is much more impressive than that of a fellow machine like myself. Such consideration is immeasurably warm and cherished for us.
Aigus's voice is gentle, but she also sounds a little sad. I sense like she's carrying a burden that I can't imagine. I don't know what to say, but she gives me another one of those soft smiles.
I met my own friends once and reached my own answer. I was thinking of telling my sister of these experiences.
Oh, she's your sister.
But I think it's better that you tell her instead.
Will I be able to do that? Wouldn't it be better for Aigus to go? No, the answer's already there. I have to face Labrys for Aigus's sake as well. Look straight at Aigus in the eyes and show my determination.
I don't know if I have the answer you're talking about, but there is something I want her to know. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get it across, but when I was going through tough times, I had my friend...
He's blushing, son of a bitch. It was such an awesome speech that I muffed the last word. Silence ensues.
Friend,
Dude, you pick up on everything?
pure disappointment when you open your mouth. Now I understand.
What do you know about that?
My database is perpetually being updated. Even as we speak, I am receiving information about you from the server.
God damn, Aigus!
Known for wearing a trash can on his head.
Wait, how come all this information about me is bad? And what's this server you're talking about?
To think you would have such hobbies. The possibilities of man are truly infinite.
That's not...
Senpai, can you hear me?
Transmission from Rise. That's right, now's not the time to be acting stupid.
Loud and clear. Did you pick up Labrys' trail?
She's headed for the announcement room again. I'm gonna get out of here while I can.
Announcement room again? At first I was worried about Rise, but now I think about it. As long as she can use her persona to track the enemy, she's safer than anybody in here. Alright, time to catch up. The shadow needed to make us fight to stall for time. It means she still got something up her sleeve. Slap my cheeks, wake myself up a bit. I'll finish this time.
I entrust Labrys, my sister, with you.
As I'm leaving, Aigus's voice calls out from behind me. Her words relieve me.
I don't know, that you were gonna capture her and lock her up somewhere. Her shadow was talking about how she didn't want to be caged again, and that she wanted to be free. But you don't seem like the type to do that. I think you really do have her best interests in mind. I'll bring Labrys back to you, whatever it takes, Edgey-san.
Hanamura-san, thank you.
You're not as big a fuck up as I thought. Look at that. Labrys does have a place to go. Yeah. She doesn't belong here in this made-up school. About it, I get to start running again. I returned to the announcement room and opened the door. All I saw was Labrys sitting alone in the middle of the room. Mechanical legs are splayed on the floor and she seems to be mumbling something happily. Okay, that's not right. The shadow is nowhere to be found. Where is she watching from? Obviously my suspicion. Labrys starts talking to me in a cheerful but almost lifeless voice.
Oh, it's you, Yosuke-kun. What's wrong? Shouldn't you be in class?
You're not thinking straight. We're inside the TV world. You're not the student council president.
What are you talking about? I came here to broadcast a student council announcement.
Labrys looks up with empty eyes. She's no longer in her human form. But her stuck-on smile is painful to look at. That's not a real smile. Taking a deep breath.
Labrys. That's your name. You know that, right? Let's go back and put an end to this fake world.
Why? Why are you saying that stuff?
Labrys' eyes finally look at me clearly. She looked at reality.
I want to stay here. This is the only place I can belong.
Labrys slowly stands up and puts her arms behind her back. She removes her wings and expanded a giant axe.
I won't go back. I'm gonna stay here forever and ever.
Oh, Labrys! She brings down her axe with incredible speed. To swing a huge chunk of steel like that so easily is just not humanly possible. I mean, I expected as much, but I can't go easy on her.
I'm sorry I have to do this. I'll apologize as much as you want later, but right now, I've got to stop you with everything I have.
Oh, I gotta fight Labrys now. Regular Labrys. Alright, let's go. Whoops. I am Captain Risatamont.
No way, still up.
Oh, come on, broske. Got her. Persona break shit. That's okay. That was more of a fair fight. You don't got a persona right now. It's okay. Got it. Losing my persona. Got her. Yeah, we'll place that bookmark.
Why can't I stay like this?
What good will it do for you to forget everything? You know that you're trying to ignore the truth and that you're lying to yourself. That'll only bring you more pain.
Labrys drops to the floor, crying her heart out. I know this is for her own good, but seeing it hurts me deep down inside. Labrys looks at me with eyes filled with misery.
You wouldn't understand. No one can understand how I feel.
That's right. They'd never understand.
The ominous voice butts into our conversation.
Shadow. So you were nearby after all.
Why wouldn't I be? I'm her.
Damn. Wherever she is, I can't see her. where she's hiding as I'm looking around. Oh, different cutscene. Okay. Oh, that's fucked up and dark. Oh, that's an incinerate. Oh, that's messed up. When the darkness disappears, the scenery changed completely. The view outside the window has changed to something weird and creepy. Piercing red light fills the room.
What's going on?
What is that? Some giant metal container like a furnace, and something's being tossed in it like garbage. Look closer and see the garbage looks like arm and legs. Hey, it looks like people. Try to calm the horror that I'm feeling creeping up my spine. I just don't know how to describe it. All I can say is whatever this is, it's nasty. This isn't the announcement room anymore. As if I was fixated on the view outside, the shadow appears silently from the corner of the room.
And I still need her, so I can become myself.
She approaches me as she talks. Her face is illuminated by two things, the red light from the room outside and the madness in her eyes. I back away in spite of myself, but the shadow ignores me, drawing close to Labrys. Shoot, that's right. Labrys hasn't said the words the shadow needs to hear. Shadow hasn't gained its true power yet. That's why she was trying to buy time.
Forgetting was your only escape route, but that's been stolen from you too. Poor pitiful me.
Labrys' shadow turns and begins regaling her. Her lips are like at Labrys' ear, and her words are tugging at her heart.
You made them go through the same pain, but in the end, they still didn't understand.
The same pain?
It was so painful. It made you so sad. You hated destroying them.
Destroying them? I take another look at the horror show outside the window. The broken human figures being thrown in the incinerator. This is a sight Labrys' heart created, right? Then that means this is... Something felt like I could grasp the weight of Labrys' bearing in her heart, and I could see how heavy that weight was. The shadow takes a quick glance at me and continues speaking.
He was forced to fight his friends too. But he didn't feel the despair that we did. He wasn't alone, after all. He's completely different from us. You're not human or an ordinary machine. We don't belong anywhere, and we'll always be alone. No one will ever understand us. Please stop!
Shadow needs to have Labrys deny that they're the same. I knew that, but I couldn't stop her. I quietly watched as the two of them talk.
I'm not alone! I'm not! If they don't understand, who will? Only ones who could were all destroyed. By our own hands. No! That was you! Not me! You're not me!
She said the magic word.
I'm free now! No one can capture me! I'm truly free!
Shit. Let's go. Like I said, we're gonna see this cutscene a lot.
The power!
Hey, Rage Flare, what up? We're on to Yosuke's story. I think we could get these up done mostly, or done for sure. I'm hoping I can start Arena Ultimax next Saturday, or this Saturday. Well, there it is. The shadow goes wild, strikes Labrys, knocking her aside. I catch her from behind. Labrys looks at me, a bit surprised. The look in her eyes is frail, ready to fade away at any moment. I smile at her.
Don't worry. It's okay if you can't at first. It's really hard to accept yourself. The only reason I could do it was because I had friends to help me. It would have been impossible to do on my own. I'm here with you now. And you've got Edgey-san too. We'll help you face yourself.
Aww. Like most people, Labrys is a Man U Glory supporters. I don't understand football references, and then football isn't soccer, but I like to say football. Football! Sorry. Oh, god, sorry, I gotta adjust on this fucking chair again. Ugh. Please remember to donate if you can. Oh my god. The shadow shape is a bit of a surprise. That shadow didn't change, but the summoned monster behind her. What the hell, man? It's like a persona. It's pretty damn gigantic. Just looking at it makes me weak to the knees. It's at least 3 times my size! Shadow's eyes glow gold as she turns her wings into an axe like Labrys had. Crap. And it was hard enough just fighting a robot girl with an axe. I'm gonna be honest here. I'm having a hard time thinking I could take her by myself. Something pops into the back of my mind. The faces of my friends. Of Igus. They're gonna trust me with all their hopes. I get ready to fight. Power surges through my body. Alright, now's my turn to work.
I'm gonna save you no matter what. And when we make a promise like that, we keep it.
And Yosuke farted because he was actually filled with gas too. Thank you. Yeah, it turned out I was paranoid about the eviction this whole time. No one came to change the locks. I didn't have to take the day off. At least I got paid. And I have 1 vacation day left. It's a big, freaking persona.
Confusion.
Chip balls! Got her! Bookmarking. And tomorrow, oh yeah, and because tomorrow's Choose Your Fighter, donations at Choose Your Fighter because I can add to the queue. Should mention that. Forgot to mention that. Sorry. The shadow finally stops moving and settles down. I run to Labrys and pick her up. She's still awake, but her expression, well, excuse me, but her expression is gloomy.
I'm such a failure.
Oh, baby.
I can't win against anyone. I even let my shadow out. I'm a weapon, but I'm so useless.
No!
It would be better if I was just scrapped.
No, Labrys, you're cool. You're a good toaster. Technically, you're a waffle maker, but that's okay. Lack of any energy in her voice and body is enough to put me in a loss for words. Do I have it in me to convince her otherwise? That doubt came crawling back in my mind, but I still need to tell you. Open my mouth and put heavy feelings in my heart into words.
Hey, there was someone I liked once, but she got killed. It was the worst thing you could imagine. I couldn't forgive myself or believe she was gone. I even tried to forget about her. I thought then that no one could understand how I felt. I mean, how could they if they weren't me? Only I could understand how I felt. That's what I thought. I had given up, but that wasn't true. Even if people haven't had exactly the same experiences, they can still understand each other. I have some great friends now to prove it.
Friends.
If I'm strong at all, it's because I have them. I can remember my friends are with me whenever it really counts.
She had to kill her best friend, Yosuke.
Yeah, but I don't have that.
You should, though. There must have been someone who was important to you. Just think back.
Labrys' lips quiver. Shakes her head gently. A single tear was all it took. Like a dam breaking, she started to cry.
They're all gone. I can't see them anymore. And it's all my fault.
Yeah, huh? That's what Shadow Labrys was getting at. She didn't just lose them. I don't know the details, but I'm gonna bet she had to destroy someone herself against her will. Can't imagine the pain that would cause. But
I see. Can't it be us? Your friends.
as I say that, I stretch out my hands to her. But Labrys looks away from me. She won't take my hand.
How? I'm not human.
Who cares? One of my friends is a shadow. Remember Teddy? The one who was acting like your knight? He was originally a shadow. And you have Edgey-san with you too. I know she was really worried about you.
Really?
Aww. She raises her head and looks at me, but still hesitates. Shoot. I really don't know what to say in situations like this. I bet you would have the best lines memorized for occasions like this. Okay. So try something that sounds natural, no matter how particularly suave or not. Time to take a try a joke.
My arm's gonna get tired leaving my hand out like this.
That's pretty good, actually. Labrys looks confounded for a brief moment, but it looks like it chose right.
You really are something, you know that?
With a smile, Labrys takes my hand. It's cold and hard, but it feels natural. Because I know that it's the hand of a girl who's trying her best.
I'm not alone.
That's right. We'll be by your side.
Labrys nods her head and slowly stands up. I offer to help her up, but she pushes my arm away and walks towards her shadow. The shadow says nothing, just stares at Labrys.
Wanting everyone to understand. You weren't wrong about how I feel.
Aww! Getting a little weepy-eyed again. Damn it, giving me emotions. How dare you, Persona.
I'm sorry I ignored you all this time. I was the one who left you all alone.
Emotions suck. Embrace Robo-Brain. Beep, beep, boop. I'm a toaster.
You are me, after all. This is my persona.
So cool. I'm having emotions. Can I have a persona? No? Okay. Wow. Such an elegant white silhouette. It's hard to imagine that it was the same as that black wolf shadow. I was worried that there might be something wrong, like she was damaged or something. When she turns to me, I can see the strength in her eyes. I breathe a sigh of relief. Lift my face and cheerfully call out to her.
Well, let's get going. Back to where our friends are waiting.
You got it.
Now that she's accepted herself, she nods with it to me and smiles like we first met. No, even brighter. Labrys accepted her shadow and the host disappeared. For a while I was worried about the P1 Grand Prix was going to end, but it's all over now. So all that's left for us is to get the heck out of here. You hear from Rise that all those fantastic invisible walls have disappeared. Now I could go meet up with my buddies in Aigis. Or so I thought. Led by Rise, you, Chie, and Yukiko all come running into the announcement room. Teddy, Kanji, and Naoto follow them. Way to rush things. But I guess I would want to run around if I was stuck in a cage all day too. The investigation team is back together. Everyone's surprised when they see Labrys. I mean, I can't blame them. She's a robot. I explain the circumstances to them. Labrys looks tense the entire time, but of course none of us are going to be heartless enough to say she's not a person.
I lost in the very first round. I wish I could have fought a little more.
I'm glad that I didn't have to fight you, Chie. At least fighting against Yosuke-kun didn't trouble my conscience much.
Damn, Yukiko!
It didn't?
There. She can say that because she loves you.
Pardon me if I don't share your optimism there.
These guys are way too easygoing. As if I'm complaining, Kanji seems pretty enthusiastic.
We should do that again sometime. It ain't good for our bodies if we don't let our personas out once in a while.
But normal people can't let them out.
I'll sponsor a real Grand Prix.
No, Teddy!
I'll call it our very first Go on a Date with Teddy Grand Prix.
No!
No one would enter.
How cruel.
Teddy falls and throws himself into Labrys's arms, and she hesitantly opens her mouth to speak.
Can I sign up?
Don't.
You shouldn't.
You know what? Count me in.
Oh, if you're in, then I'm in.
Huh? Well, then me too.
I'm out.
Damn it, you jerks.
Assholes! Whatever. Labrys laughs at my pain too. As long as it makes Labrys smile.
All right, it's time we go back.
Everyone cheers in agreement. We all head to the roof. I already knew that the roof is where the exited TV world was, in the studio area. Plus, we can meet up with the Aegis while we're there. All Teddy has to do is just bust out the exit and we'll be back at Junas. Climb the stairs as expected. Aegis is waiting for us. When she sees that Labrys is safe, she smiles.
It seems everything has been resolved.
But a pair I've never seen before is standing behind her. They have intensely intimidating auras. Tell that they aren't normal people like me. Guessing they must be members of Aegis' team on the same mission as her.
It's over already. I still don't feel entirely satisfied, though.
Don't be like that, Akihiko. Just be happy that it's over.
Take a closer look at them. One's an amazingly gorgeous woman, and the other's a buff guy who isn't too shabby himself. Fuck yeah! Embrace it! They're both hot! And Aegis is pretty easy on the eyes too. Put the three of them together, they really pack a punch. And the way that they're dressed, well, they pack a punch too, but in a different way. The beauty in the fur coat steps towards and bows to me. Same time, Labrys hides behind my back.
Hanamura, yes? You have my thanks for helping us retrieve Labrys.
Her tone is soft but articulate, or intellectual and charming. But one of her words bothers me.
Could you maybe not use the word retrieve?
I'm a little scared to talk back to her, but I'm not going to budge on that one. She appears to be taken aback for a moment, and then she smiles.
You're right. My apologies. I'm Mitsuru Kirijo, Labrys' handler.
Kirijo. I've heard that name somewhere before. Huh? Kirijo? Huh. A huge company, Kirijo? I turned to Aegis for an answer. Picking up on what I wanted to say, she replied with a smile. Seriously? So the group she had mentioned was, because we're all scared silly by an important name, Kirijo-san tells us incredibly politely they were mostly the cause of the incident. She also explained that I wanted to know most how Labrys was going to be treated.
I'm not gonna be scrapped.
I have no plans to shut you down or destroy you. Kirijo-san's answer in response to Labrys' question was so direct that I can't help but cheer. Hey Juan, what up? Labrys was more perplexed than happy. Kirijo-san takes Labrys' hand and lowers her head.
Indeed, you aren't. You have done nothing wrong. It's actually me who should be apologizing to you.
Oh no, you don't gotta do that. I felt like there was no getting around being sealed away again. I've made friends now, so I thought I could live with it.
Labrys.
I can't believe this is happening. This is all thanks to you, Yosuke-kun. Ah!
Uh-oh, Biscottios! Hacker Man's back!
Labrys?
What the? Something's wrong with Labrys. Aegis and the others all look confused as Labrys' unnatural pause. I know she's been through a lot today, but did she break or something? Well, Labrys speaks in a voice that none of us were expecting.
It's not over yet.
That's not Labrys' voice. It's as if someone's speaking through her mouth.
Is this the same communication system we use? Everyone, step away from Labrys!
Kirijo-san, seemingly used to dangerous situations, warns everyone. At that moment, Labrys' hand moves, stretching towards the battle axe on her back.
Huh?
The next instant, lifting the axe without hesitation, she swings right at me. I'm thinking of doing a watch party next week, actually, Juan. That was faster than I've seen. Even the shadow wasn't that fast. The ground split for several meters, and the fragments fly everywhere. What the hell is going on here?
Labrys! Hey, what's gotten into you?
I cannot gain access. She is being hacked.
Hacker Man!
It isn't coming from inside this facility. The signal originates elsewhere.
You mean outside the TV?
Dun dun dun! Hey, Zeno, what up? Can I eat Yosuke?
This is just a little extra resistance. Now, entertain me.
Labrys's face is completely expressionless. She points her axe at me.
What's happened to you, Labrys? Damn it, why do we have to fight now after making it this far? Ugh!
Again? Did I fail her again? That horrible thought crept in the back of my mind. I frantically try to shake it out of my head as I lift my weapons. I tried telling myself over and over, I don't have a choice. I have to do this. Damn it! Alright, let's go! Toaster fight! Toaster fight! Yeah, each of these endings are about 30 minutes long each. I should get a lot done, actually. Lost my sense of taste. I may need meat in my dietary, so Yosuke sounds like good food. I might be a little lean.
Finally.
I mean, what? Oh, God.
Just getting started. Come! How about this? Oh, crap! Just getting started. Alright, don't get me! Yikes! Hup. Yikes! The bag! Oh, crap! Here we go! Persona!
Ah, shit. Oh, crap. That's how you get that.
Oh! Don't get it. Still up. Here goes. Here goes.
Oh! Damn it! That was so close. Oh, fine. What about Teddy? It's a bear, so bear stew. Yes! Eat Teddy! Consume Teddy! Okay, let's try this again. That's why we have bookmarks, baby.
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
Fine, it's fine. We got
This
Broske.
place
It's
exists
fine.
between dream and reality.
Very well.
Let's try that again, shall we? And just a reminder, I am accepting donations for the chair, and Choose Your Fighter is tomorrow. So if you want to be added some fighters to the queue, because I have a big hefty queue. But it's all good because I will get through a good chunk of them tomorrow. Yeah. Feel free to donate, and please, I need that chair. We are $81 away. That's how close we are.
How about this? Pretty effective, huh? Ta-da-boo! Time for some confusion. Here we go.
Oh.
Just getting started.
Okay, so I got my first hit. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. Well, Yosuke is a ninja despite the lack of ninja clothes. Really should have taken the lessons from Ryo Hayabusa. Labrys stopped moving and fell on the floor. She now begins standing up robotically with jerking motions. She begins speaking in that eerie voice again. Maybe speaking is the wrong word. It's definitely in my head.
My, she was quite easily defeated. Evidently, I didn't push her far enough. Well, she is a test unit, so this is as far as my little game goes.
So whoever's voice this is the one controlling Labrys. From the way he was talking, I could tell that he wasn't serious. He doesn't comprehend how cruel he's being by controlling Labrys like this.
Who are you?
Ah, yes. I have more than enough data now. I should thank you all. Although this didn't work out, you did stay in it to the very end.
Labrys's shadow was only the mastermind of the tournament. I see now. You're the true culprit behind the whole thing.
It hits me when Kirijo-san speaks. That's right, Labrys' shadow split from her after she entered the TV. She merely held the tournament. The shadow couldn't have pushed Labrys in here. Someone else, the culprit, has to exist, or the incident never happened.
Indeed. It was I who stole Labrys away. Since I don't have a persona and can't enter a TV, I needed a puppet that could run amok for me. Labrys' persona was only partially awakened, so I had a feeling her shadow would appear if she underwent a little suffering. You got the better of me this time. You deserve to know at least that much.
He admitted it, but his tone was mocking. The culprit controlling Labrys somehow from the safe haven outside the TV. No way.
You were using Labrys for your own selfish reasons? That's horrible. She has a heart. Do you even know how much pain Labrys went through?
A heart, meaningless. Whether or not she has one matters not at all to my plan.
Fun fact, the voice of Yosuke and Mitsuru in the dub are married in real life. That's amazing. I love that.
Bastard.
Well then, everyone, until we meet again.
It's like the Japanese voice actors for Zack and Aerith. They met on Crisis Core, the original release. And then now with the revision version, like the re-release, they're back again in the studio as Zack and Aerith together, and they have a baby, and that's very cute. The moment the voice stops, Labrys collapses to the ground like a puppet with cut strings. Agus quickly catches her and holds her up. But it looks like she's unconscious.
Damn it!
I really hate myself for celebrating the case was closed just a few moments ago. I'm really pissed off that whoever was controlling Labrys. He knew all about this, but he didn't still manipulated Labrys' heart to do this to her. So angrily, I clenched my fists so firmly that my nails are digging in my palms. Oh, my heart can't take this. Aww. Kirijo-san speaks from behind me.
It seems whoever our adversary is, they're connected to us. I advise you not to get involved in this matter any further. From here on, you should leave this to us.
Huh? Are you telling us to back off from this?
Like I could do that. Whoever's behind this knows what Labrys had to go through in her past. No, not just the past. He knew that would happen if she was pushed into the TV world. On top of that, the instant he figured out his plan has failed, he comes and controls her directly and makes us fight each other. It's like we're his toys. I'm not letting him get away with that.
I understand how you feel, but this is too dangerous for you. We will do our best to ensure that no harm comes to you. Trust in us and let us work.
Come on. Gotten involved this far. You think we're just gonna shut up and watch you handle everything? Because I felt the absolute actual fucking love with the remake, Eris. That's like I should mention again, that's a Japanese voice for Aerith. So it's very, it's cute. She's probably saying that for her sakes, but we can live with ourselves if we do all the fighting for us. No way, I can't let that happen. My mouth to really tell her off. But you spoke first.
Guys, let's leave this to them.
Huh? Are you serious?
Look at yourself, Yosuke. You can barely stand.
So he noticed. He was right. After all the fighting I've done today, I'm really beat. I'm sure everyone else is tired too, after being stuck in this world for so long.
What?
Yosuke, let's go back.
He's staring at me. Oh! I get it!
I thank you for your understanding. Don't worry, we'll keep you safe.
I'm sorry, Hanamura-san.
Agus bows apologetically. We all look glum, but none of us object. After all, we know that we aren't doing this out of spite. But this is the last we'll see Labrys? I peek at her face as she lay in Agus-san's arms. Of course, since she's unconscious, I can't talk with her. We thank Kirijo-san and return to our world with heavy hearts. Yeah. Maya Sakamoto's stuff is so good. After returning to the TV, we gathered at a food court. Really didn't talk much. We split up not long afterwards. After all, we're all pretty damn tired. Heck, Chia and Rise put their heads on the table and fell asleep. Didn't feel like stopping by anywhere, so I went straight home. And last thing I can remember was being told dinner was almost ready. Instead, I reached my room, lost consciousness. And then... Loud electronic beeps brought me back to wakefulness. I reached out my alarm clock, but I realized the beeping wasn't my alarm. Still don't, I know. It was my cell phone.
Who's calling me this early?
Damn it. I'd plug it in, but now I can't reach it while I'm lying down. Rub my eyes tiredly and get up and grab the phone. Caller is the number? I don't know.
Hello?
Ahoy hoy.
Huh?
I was awake instantly. The speaker on the line was someone I never expected to hear from. It'd take a minute to fix my hair and make a mad dash to the place the caller told me to go. But Yosuke, your dinner! When I reached the designated location, there's something that looks completely out of place here in the countryside. A limo. Holy crap, that's long! It was so long I thought I was seeing things. Yeah, it's definitely no place for a car this awesome.
Oh, there he is. What took you so long?
Looks like everybody else is already here. Ran so hard I almost barfed, but I finally made it.
Labrys saw and the others were just about to leave.
I made it in time.
I'm glad I could see you before I left.
I'm sorry, your hot exploded on the way here. That's right, Labrys is the one that had called. She wanted to say goodbye before she leaves Inaba. How can I refuse that? There's still one thing that can get me to play FF13. It's the fact that Lightning has the same Seiyu as Aerith. Maybe. Well, I have it for like when we have to do the next vote for Square stuff. Of course, I'm going to be doing a refresh because the 12-hour stream is now Chrono Trigger spot. So I got a few things I want to add to the list. Also, hey, I just saw the announcement for that Dragon Quest Treasure Hunters, and oh my god, I'm so hyped for that. Hold on, I gotta adjust my butt because my chair sucks balls. Anyways, I never thought one of them, Labrys especially, would call me. Huh? Wait a second.
What? Did I tell you my cell phone number?
Obtaining the cell phone numbers of ordinary citizens is child's play.
I hacked the shit out of the database. Wait, what?
Holy shit, really? Are you accessing that server thing you mentioned?
The Kirijo group is kinda scary. I asked if I could come see everyone. I wanted to give everyone a real goodbye.
Aww. Labrys looks down bashfully as she speaks. Agus and Kira just on her, watching her from the limo. It smiles on their faces. Man, this is a relief. So Labrys can do things that she wants to. I'm glad she's in a group that lets her have freedom. She really does have a place to belong.
But what'll you do now? Are you going back to that lab?
No. I decided I'm gonna work with Mitsuru-san and them. I want to do my damnedest to catch whoever used me to bait a trap for you all.
There's no hesitation in her eyes as her strong will glares out. I see, she found what she wants to do.
Sounds like you're ahead of the game.
I'm reminded of the blank career choice paper tucked away in my desk. That sense of haste without direction. Need to keep up appearances. I want handled like that. Maybe it's time to face my future. Oh, I'll write down a big dream.
What do you mean?
Oh, just talking to myself. I'll let you know when everything's been decided.
Okay. Just make sure you tell me, okay?
Aw. Labrys answers my smile with one of her own. Then she stretches out her hand. I take a closer look at them. They're quite delicate. I grab her hand and lift it above her head.
A handshake is so formal. I'll show you what the cool kids do.
I use my hand to open hers. Labrys looks confused and then she lets me move her hand around.
Huh? Like this?
Secret handshake!
Yep, that's it.
Here we go. Oh, it's a high five, even better. The clap of a high five echoes through the clear May sky. Not to be outdone by me, Chie, Rise, grab and give Labrys high fives too.
Everyone, thank you so much. Yosuke-kun, I won't forget about you. I'm friends with you now, so I'll stay strong.
Aw, stay strong, Labrys. Labrys begins to tear up. To hide it, she hurries to the limo. Aw. Bullshit, they were they were holding hands. Oh! Soon after, the limo begins moving quietly down the road. Labrys waves to us from inside the car. Even after the car's gone pretty far, I can still see her waving from inside. She's still waving. Whoa, she's still waving! Everyone starts to laugh a little. Can she see us? I can barely make out the car from here. Edgy language, I'm sorry, scandalous. After partying with Lapras, we all ended up hanging out at Junest's food court. That's right. It's the welcome back party for you we'd completely forgotten about because we made a robot friend. We finally can get back to business. But still, it feels kind of weird having a welcome back party after saying goodbye to someone.
Come on, let's hurry up and do a toast. I only get a 30-minute break.
Hey, you booked all the days off. Yosuke, you're slacking.
Huh? You working today?
I can't take much time off during Golden Week.
Oh.
Teddy, you were out without permission a couple days ago, so be ready to pay the price.
No, but that wasn't my fault. You meanie jerk nurse lover.
Oh, speaking of which.
Shh, quiet, you.
How did this conversation from going working to wanking into moves? That's a good line. Oh my god, hold on. Hold on, I just realized I should move this up. I should move this. No. Hold on, I need to move the right thing up. This one. I need to move you up. I need to move you up. No, it doesn't work. Okay, it's fine. Whatever. Oh, who cares? I don't need them knowing this stuff. There's no time before anyone can ask you what he was talking about. I raise my cup and look at everyone.
Well, second time's the charm. Welcome back.
Welcome back, senpai.
After we toast, we all chat carelessly with each other. This is the kind of atmosphere you can only get with best friends. Actually, that's not all today. After all, we can't let it end like that.
Ahem. May I have your attention, please? It's time to announce the reason we're all here today.
Isn't it to welcome back Yukon?
I honestly wonder how much fan art there is of Yosuke in a nurse outfit. I have a feeling there's quite a bit. Yosuke had to keep his sanity with the help of his robot friend. You and I trade glances at Yukiko's question. I can see my partner's eyes, and he wants me to do all the talking. You see, we've already talked this out, and now's the time to bring it up.
It's about yesterday's incident. You guys weren't satisfied with how things ended, right?
Of course not, but...
So, why not launch our own investigation?
Ooh, naughty.
Does that mean...
That's right. The investigation team is back in action.
Dun dun dun!
Oh, now you're talking.
Wait a moment. I thought we were going to leave this to the Kirijo group.
Did I say we wouldn't get involved?
That's right, he only said leave this to them.
Oh, you're right.
Actually, my partner here brought it up first, though I'm with him 100%.
Now that's our sensei.
Yukiko and Teddy jump right on board. On the other hand, though, we're actually sensible team of Chie, Rise, and Naoto are sitting there with their mouths wide open.
You're splitting hairs rather finely there.
It seems that she was definitely not expecting you to use weasel logic like this. And no matter how I think about it, I just can't let this go. After all we've been through, the villain's still out there, waiting for another chance.
So you're not on board?
I egged her on, and though she looked hesitant at first, she smiles fearlessly.
Of course I am.
I like that smile. That's the a reliable detective should look like.
Thought so. All right then, let's find the real culprit.
Damn right. Friends for eternity, loyalty, honesty will stick together through thick or thin. Everyone's hands pile up in the middle of the table. Friends are really what you need. Yeah, Dragon Sound was right. Whoa, it's already this late? Look at everyone smiling, though I'm reluctant to go. I stand up.
Well, I gotta get back to work. Come on, Teddy, let's go.
Who's this Teddy you speak of? I don't know anyone with such a pretty name.
You got some nerve trying that on me. Sounds like someone wants me to make his next shift a living hell.
Ooh.
Ah! No! But I'm still gonna skip work! I wanna have fun with Nana-chan!
Teddy clasps Yo's hand and promises to visit the Dojima household tonight. Please, just one night, he says. That, Teddy, don't cause Dojima-san any trouble. But, well, I know the feeling. Never felt like a break time is long enough either. But you know why I'm keeping my cool right now? I begged my dad to give Teddy and me tomorrow off. I just haven't told Teddy yet. That sucker. Yeah, that's right. We can't let it end here. It's still Golden Week.
We're gonna party till we drop. This time, for sure.
Oh, I love it. Next!
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
Now it's...
This
Actually, you know
place
what?
exists between dream
Let's
and
go
reality.
Yukiko time.
Mind
Let's
and
see what
matter.
happens with the
I wish
lesbian
you good luck.
attraction of a robot and a human. Continue from cliffhanger. Ship him.
Anti-Shadow? Labrys?
That was what Miss President said. Miss President now completely different. Where her arms and legs before are now metal. Her form was now exactly the same as the shadow, including all the mechanical parts.
All systems are clear. Commencing elimination.
Miss President then swings a giant axe of ease and begins fighting against the shadow. Amazing! It's the only word that comes to mind. She transformed from a cowering girl into a robot whose training glows with the shadow in an instant. She doesn't even have a persona.
I can't believe this. You completely shut off your ego.
So you don't care if you live or die, as long as you don't have to face up to what you really are? How ignorant are you?
Shadow growls and destroys the announcement room door to escape outside. Miss President follows suit.
Miss President!
She doesn't acknowledge my voice in the slightest. I'm left dumbfounded in a room, and I try to think about what I just saw. This president isn't human. That can't be.
It seems I came too late. She's an older generation model, yet she's this powerful?
The one that appeared in the broken door was... Wait, what? I really can't explain that easily. The person appeared as a woman wearing a fur coat. It's some kind of skin-tight suit that looks like a soldier-type people wear in those action movies that guys love. Given her taste in clothes, I have no idea what kind of person she is at all. After she looks at us all over, she gracefully raises her hand in the air. And then...
Artemisia!
She summoned a persona. I tense up as a reaction, but I'm still in shock. Wounds on Yukon's body heal instantaneously. She's not an enemy.
No way. You can use a persona? Actually, I didn't sense you at all. Who are you?
Well, since you've all become unavoidably involved with this, I'll at least tell you who I am. My name is Mitsuru Kirijo. In a way, I'm the one responsible for this commotion.
A persona user besides us. Wait, I feel like I heard the name Kirijo before.
What do you mean you're responsible for this? Do you also know the reasons behind what happened a moment ago?
I'm sorry, but there's only so much I'm at liberty to tell you. Though it's only natural for you to have your doubts, I'll try and answer to the best of my ability.
Mitsuru-san sighs before telling us about the sequence of events leading up to now. Even though it was simplified, she told us she came as a huge shock. She told us that shadows not only appear in the TV world, but that were cases where shadows appeared in the real world. On top of that, there's a never-ending battle, and Mitsuru-san is leading the organization created to fight those battles. And one of those weapons created those battles was Labrys. That would be Miss President, who was with us until a moment ago. Oh wait, I had a feeling I heard that name Kirijo before. The Kirijo Group. It's not just a stock brokerage, it's a huge corporation that manufactures a lot of things. And her last name is Kirijo, then... Does that mean a giant corporation is... And she's... And... Whoa. Too many possibilities that just opened up here. Just slow everything down for a moment. After I stop for a second, I think about everything again. The most shocking information is that...
I can't believe this. A machine made with a heart so it could use a persona.
Well, we did just see it in action.
I understand that it's hard to believe, but I'm not lying to you. It's the truth.
I mean, we entered a TV, so, I mean, anything's possible, right?
Of course, I didn't expect a shadow to emerge from her like that.
Mitsuru-san continues on, looking us straight in the eye.
You should leave the rest of this to us. It's all right if you back out now.
Her words have an air of authority to them. She seems very strong-willed. This person seems well aware of the gravity of the situation. Mitsuru-san is right. The ordinary high school students like us probably shouldn't be involved in a case like this. Even though she healed Yukon, I'm still worried about his condition, and I worry about the other friends I left behind earlier as well. Still.
I understand what you're saying.
But kindly let me tell you to fuck off.
But I can't leave Miss President like this.
Aww.
What? Why not?
From what you told us, it seems like she was created only to fight. But But I can't claim that this has nothing to do with me. The way she talked was just like a normal girl.
Miss President was suffering. Even if she was a robot created only for fighting. I can't leave her be after seeing her so emotional. She's not just a robot anymore.
And I promised her that once we got to the bottom of this, we'd go out and have fun together. I can't break that promise. If she has a heart, that's all the more reason I can't turn my back on her.
Aww, that's right. Doesn't matter if she's a machine. She and I were able to relate to each other. And Miss President protected us. If she's suffering right now, then I want to be by her side and support her. Aw, I ship them. This may be like nothing more than an emotional fueled plea coming from an unrelated high school student to Mitsuru-san, but I still don't want to back down.
I'd like to make a request too. Will you take Yukiko with you?
Yukon?
Don't worry about us. You need to save Labrys right now.
That's right, Yukiko-senpai. You gotta do your best in our place.
Yukon Rise-chan, thank you. Mitsuru-san looks at us waiting tensely and furrows her brow, and then speaks up.
If you're still concerned about Labrys, despite knowing the dangers involved, then I won't stop you.
Thank you.
But we can't waste any more time. Let's go.
Coming.
Woo! Let's go! Mitsuru-san takes the lead and exits the announcement room. I sprint after her. Yukon and Rise-chan cheer me on. I feel the cheers boosting my spirits. This, of course, is decided upon myself. I have no doubts anymore. I must accomplish this no matter what. I follow Mitsuru-san and chase after Labrys. Invisible walls are still interfering. Trying to chase down someone without being able to go where you want is really annoying. We're eventually led to one of the empty classrooms, and Mitsuru-san's face gets gloomy.
Another one of those invisible walls.
Mitsuru-san reaches toward the other exit, tests it out, and knocks in the thin air. Does that mean I reach towards the door and just pass through? Another invisible wall. See outside, but we can't leave.
Oh no, does this mean...
Ugh, the tournament rules are still in effect, it seems. She plans to make us fight each other. I should have seen this coming.
I should have seen it coming! Sorry. Mitsuru-san draws the thin sword from her waist and says, well, looks like this can't be helped. Don't tell me I have to fight against Mitsuru-san now. Even though their sword is pointed at me, I can't take up a defensive stance either. Seeing me like that, Mitsuru-san furrows her brow. She turned completely cold, unlike a moment ago.
If she's trying to buy time, that means the situation can still get worse. We don't have much time. Let's settle this.
Mitsuru-san!
Is that as far as you're willing to go? Wasn't there something you wanted to protect?
What I wanted to protect? That's right. I made the decision to come with her because I wanted to save Miss President. No, Labrys. To fight against someone I just met for no reason. Mitsuru-san must have sensed my lack of determination because her expression becomes even more stern.
Let me clear up any misunderstanding you may harbor. All responsibilities regarding Labrys devolve to me. I respect her feelings, but I can't allow people's lives to be put at risk. If all else fails, destroying her is also an option.
Destroying her?
If your desire to protect her is real, you can prove it by beating me. But if you won't fight, then keep trembling where you are, and I'll settle this very quickly indeed.
She's not saying this as a threat. Mitsuru-san's expression is truly serious. If it comes down to it, the person really has to resolve to destroy Labrys. Then I need to make up my mind to. I must resolve to fight, to protect her.
I'll fight. Whatever I think. If only one of us can move on, it should be whoever's stronger.
Now that's what I was hoping to hear. Of course, whether or not you can best me is another.
Alright. Yep, we're finishing up the story mode. I sense a strong power from Mitsuru-san's persona. But I don't want to lose. I'm fighting for Labrys. I'm just hoping I can get it done today, that's all. Because each of these are like almost 30 minutes long each, so it's like a lot of hours. Versus.
Finally.
Oh, ouch. Oh, fire and ice. Perfect. kindness. Got her. How you doing, Akai Hamura? Hope you're doing well.
Well done. You have proven your resolve.
Upon saying so, Mitsuru-san smiles. Seems that the sternness she had before the fight wasn't genuine.
Now go after her. I'm confident that you can salvage her heart.
Even though she has spoken about destroying her like an object, before the fight she just said her heart. Could it be?
Did you let me win on purpose?
I object to the question. I don't indulge people in critical situations like this.
Yeah, she's right. Stern words Mitsuru-san said before the fight may have actually been an attempt of kindness on her part. Me going forward instead of her means that if the worst comes to worst, I will have to execute a painful decision instead of Mitsuru-san. This is totally not cliche anime. Win to move on. If you think like that, losing on purpose wouldn't be kind at all. I chide myself into having such soft thoughts. Saving someone's life isn't something you can do half-heartedly. It was the same as last year's case, too. Since I fought Mitsuru-san and won, I must accomplish no matter what.
Okay, then I'm going now. And I'm coming back with Labrys no matter what.
That's the spirit. I'm counting on you, Amagi.
Turned my back towards Mitsuru-san and ran out the classroom. I hurry and try to make my way to Labrys as quickly as possible. I proceed down the hallways, once again led by invisible walls. As I make my way, I notice that I'm being led back to the announcement room where I had rushed out long before. What's the meaning of this? The door was destroyed earlier, back to normal. I don't see Yukon Risi-chan anywhere. Try opening the door. I need to figure out what's going on. Oh shit. We're gonna see the nightmare horror room again. Oh, all the dead bodies.
What's going on?
I feel like I'm going to go insane. When I open the door, the scene beyond the window has completely changed. There are tons of grotesque things in shapes like people. This seems entirely different from the announcer room from earlier. Labrys and her shadow are fighting within the sinister red world, trying to destroy each other.
Labrys, please wake up!
There's no light in Labrys' eyes. She's expressionless, like she really is a machine. She looks entirely different from when I called to her the student council president. Is this Labrys' true form? No, that's not it.
You don't have to fight like that! Don't act like you're a machine!
Labrys, who notices my voice, takes distance from her shadow and turns to me. Her expression is still robotic.
Analyzing voice print. Identity confirmed as Yukiko Amagi.
Beep beep boop.
Yukiko Amagi.
We made a promise to each other. You just have to be yourself.
Yukiko-san?
Aww. Labrys' eyes look different now. They're not the eyes of a machine anymore. They're the eyes of Labrys that I've come to know in this short time. Once she drops her mechanical nature, her precise mechanical movements lose their rhythm. Shadow has been watching us, distorts her lips into a smirk and seizes upon this opening.
Oh, really? After she lied to you and used you all this time?
That's not...
First, you deceived her by acting human. And now that things aren't going your way, you've decided to be a machine instead? Why don't you just give it up? Just tell everyone how you really feel.
You want the everyday boys and girls to experience what you had to go through, right? That's why we're in a school having a fighting tournament. You want to see close friends fight for their lives against each other. Because if they do that, then they might understand.
You want to make them understand.
No! That wasn't my wish at all!
Shadow glares at me with as much hate as she could muster. Labrys looks towards me as well. Her face scrunches up in a ball of sadness. I want my pain to be understood. Shadow made us friends, fight against each other in this TV world because Labrys wished for it to happen? Does that mean Labrys was forced to fight against those who were close to her too? Just because she's a weapon? I don't think I could ever truly say I understand how she feels. But
it's all right. I don't know what happened to you in the past. But whatever it was, it doesn't define you. I understand that much at least.
Understand? What could you possibly understand? All you've got is some cheap, self-righteous pity.
That's not true.
It's not cheap. I know. I've seen Labrys's kind expressions. How Labrys is no different from an ordinary girl.
Alright, the star of the show has arrived!
Kikoro! I almost said Kiriko. Kikoro, thank you for the Prime subscription! And Kikoro, choose your fighter! I gotta write it down, but my book's not near me, so I'm gonna have to try to make a mental note.
Please stop! I've had enough!
My words still don't reach Labrys. The shadow ridicules Labrys and still trembling and cannot move.
Oh, yeah? Then let me take over from here. I'll destroy everyone who pretends to understand, just like you did before.
Stop!
Upon hearing Labrys's voice, the shadow's face contorts into glee. That's when I finally figured it out. No, that's not right. I didn't figure it out, I remembered. I should have realized it much sooner. Shadow's true objective.
No!
That's...
You're not me!
Uh-oh.
Yes, that's right. I'm myself. I'm not you anymore.
Ooh, I got an idea. Hold on. Thank God for Windows sticky notes. I can have that at the ready. For when I need to get someone's fighter chosen, and I can add it to my physical list after. Oh, perfect. Okay, it looks like we gotta fight Shadow Waffle Maker.
Power!
Unlimited power! Sorry, I was just checking something quick. Okay, we're good. A shadow goes berserk and gains power after it's denied by its owner. I knew that, and yet I didn't stop it from happening. I stepped between Labrys and the shadow, who's changed into an ominous form. I couldn't stop her shadow from going berserk, but it's still not too late.
What? You're still gonna stand in my way? Fine! I'll crush you along with the real one!
The same thing happened to me too. I'm only here right now because Yukon and the others saved me when I rejected my own weakness. And just like then, someone needs to step in and save someone else. This time it's my turn to save Labrys. Alrighty. Let's go! Raging Bull. I think it says supposed to say Raging Bullshit. Oh no, Bull of Destruction. My bad. That's okay. Yukiko will cleanse it all with fire. Cleansing fire. Ow. Got her! With the cleansing fire, of course. Oh my god, we're also close to the subscription goal, too. I also learned I cannot stream Thrill Kill on here. So that will have to be individual YouTube videos so I can demonetize them. Labrys' shadow collapses and stops moving. Thank goodness. It seems I managed to win. All that's left is for Labrys to accept her shadow, put an end to everything. But the way the past of Labrys is harboring isn't a normal thing. When anyone goes through tough times, the wish of normal people would experience their pain arises in everyone's mind at one point or another. But the pain from her past comes from her being forced to kill her friends. It's incomparable to the problems I needed to face last year. Yeah, I was reading the whole ban list, so yeah, Thrill Kill's one of them. Even though it wasn't officially released, still got that adults only rating. If I was forced to hurt Chea until she died, I think I'd go insane in a snap. Wonder if she'll be okay.
Labrys.
I call to Labrys while my heart is pounding. Labrys answers in a teary voice. I have to support her. Even though there's no way I can understand everything she's gone through, I want to support her because there are things I can't understand.
Why? Why did you save me? You already know I'm a machine. I'm a machine that's supposed to protect people. But because what they did to me was so painful, I took it out on other people too. So why are you?
It's okay. You must have suffered so much. I'm sorry. You went through so much pain to protect us. But it's all right now. I won't let those things happen to you anymore.
Labrys looks up in response to my words. When I think about when Labrys protected us from her shadow, how she closed off her heart and reverted to a mechanical self so that she never wanted to show anyone makes my heart ache. I never want her to have to go through that again. Labrys already lived through so many painful experiences. Because of that, I could never truly say I understand her feelings. But I'm sure I can at least protect her so that she won't have to go through this pain anymore.
It doesn't matter if you're human or not. I'm your friend. We made a promise, remember?
You want to be friends?
Well, friends in quotations, because we all know that they need to kiss immediately. Be friends? We're friends already. That's why, if you're going through tough times, I'll always be there to help you, to help you through and protect you. I can't read. Labrys seems genuinely surprised. She probably doesn't realize it, but she doesn't look anything like a machine when she makes faces like that. I can't tell you the truth. I can tell you truly have a heart.
I've faced my own shadow too. I wanted to blame everything on someone else because I felt so powerless. I was waiting for someone to do my work for me. I wanted to escape from my life. So I dreamed that a prince would take me away. But my friends helped me realize that was just me trying to run from my problems.
I recount my own experiences to Labrys. It's the same of what Labrys went through a moment ago. She had experiences that she didn't even want other people to know about, because they were all true and it makes it even harder to accept them. So she rejected them. Labrys has a heart just like I do.
The reason I could accept my weakness and fight this to the very end is because I had my friends helping me. I had friends who worried about me, who stood beside me. I wasn't alone.
I smile at Labrys, just as Yukon did for me back then.
And that gave me unimaginable strength. You're not alone anymore either. I'm sure you'll be able to find a place where you belong too.
Admitting your own weakness is scary. No one wants to see their weakness, but I know it's possible if you don't have to face it alone. When Labrys hears my words, the light returns in her eyes. I can sense a strong will from her. That light must be from her heart. I'm so glad my words got through to her. Labrys nods reassuringly and then begins walking towards her shadow. She takes the steps towards her own weakness. Oh god, this chair is so uncomfortable. Big yawn.
I'm sorry I ignored you all this time. I was the one who left you all alone. No. You are me, after all.
Aww. Still get heartwarming feelings despite seeing this like multiple times.
It's my persona.
Rise-chan contacted us soon after. She must have detected the shadow's presence disappeared. We were able to join up with each other. The invisible walls and the tournament rules both seem to have stopped once Labrys accepted her own shadow. As Rise-chan uses her persona to contact everyone and tell them that everything's been solved, some of us were surprised to discover that Kanji-kun was here, as well as Natsu-kun. Wasn't even supposed to be in Inaba today. Rise-chan tells everyone to meet up at the rooftop. From what she tells us, studio-like space-connected Judah seems to have been restored there. The four of us immediately begin to head towards the entrance, but Labrys stops. I ask what's wrong, and she responds anxiously.
Hey, can I really come with you? Seems like I'd just be a nuisance.
Huh? What do you mean, a nuisance?
Well, you know, I'm a machine. There'd be all sorts of problems.
There would?
What does she mean by any problems? Compared to Teddy, I can't think of a possible problems Labrys would cause. I mean, she has a point.
Are you saying it wouldn't bother you and your friends? Wow. You sure are cool about all of this.
Jeez, Labrys, you sound more human than a lot of people out there. If I were you, I'd brag about it. You don't think it's cool being a robot and a persona user?
It's unique, that's for sure. In any case, there's no way you'd be a nuisance.
Yeah, they have to deal with Teddy. Yukon and Rise-chan both laugh out loud. Can't help but giggle along with them. Considering our circumstances, there's nothing all that weird about Labrys. She's now good friends of ours, no different from anyone else here.
Hey, there they are. Welcome back.
Yukiko! You really outdid yourself this time!
We were in reach of the entrance area. Yosuke-kun and Chie call out to me at once. They've been worried about me ever since I fought against them. Teddy notices that Labrys is with me and immediately dashes over with glee.
Are you okay, Miss President? I was so worried about you. Huh? Those hands and legs, are they accessories? You're so meta-luring.
Take a shot.
I can scarcely believe my eyes. The Kirijo group's humanoid weapons actually exist.
Natsu-kun seems to know a bit about her already. But yeah, considering that everyone is here, I think now is a good opportunity to introduce her. Tell everyone that everything happened with Labrys. Some help from Yukon's supplemental comments. After I finish talking, silence washes over the rooftop. Labrys falls silent too and looks nervous. Kanji-kun was the first to speak.
I don't really get what's going on, but everything worked out, yeah? Oh, I'm glad everyone's all right.
What's with the jumping to conclusions? You're one of the things that got us into this mess, you know.
Well, that was anyone could have done that.
Actually, are you feeling okay? You're not tired or... Oh, what am I saying? Of course you're tired.
Huh? No, I'm fine. Isn't there something wrong with this picture? Shouldn't you guys be pissed at me and all?
Huh? What would we be mad about?
Nah, don't worry about it. We're cool. Pretty much all of us have caused trouble for each other because of our shadows.
He has a point.
Yeah, especially Kanji-kun.
Me? That's not fair. I never saw your guys' shadows, you know. Naoto's was pretty crazy, at least.
Don't drag me into this. I mean, after the epithet given to Kanji-kun, I imagine that his shadow must have been far, far worse than mine.
Hell no!
Which kanji is this? Joel from Last of Us or Chrom from Fire Emblem Awakening? Kanji is kanji. Labrys blinks in surprise after seeing the group's unusual friendly pace. See? I told you that there wouldn't be any problems. When I say that to her, Labrys quietly replies back, "Man, you were right." And then...
Well done, Amagi. I had every confidence that you could do this.
I hear a voice behind me. When I turn around, I see Mitsuru-san and two other people. Who are they? Are they here looking for Labrys too? Like Mitsuru-san, they both have weird outfits. And that person.
It's nice to meet you all. My name is Aegis. Thank you very much for saving my sister.
The girl with the body similar to Labrys' seems to have noticed me looking at her and addresses me. Does she mean Labrys? then that means...
What? Excuse me, but you're... I mean, are you also...
Yes. I, too, am a robot.
She's kind of a later version of what Labrys was built for. Oh, I'm Akihiko Sanada. Sorry for all the trouble.
So Aga-san is a robot, and Akihiko-san is the one wearing the red cape. Okay, I memorized them now. Actually, I guess it would actually be harder to forget them. In contrast to those two, Labrys takes a step back. Her expression is tense. Is she nervous? Of course she is. They came in looking for her after all. Oh yeah, I didn't introduce everyone to Mitsuru-san and her friends. Well, I'm still flustered. Yuka and Arisi-chan officially introduced them to everyone else. Afterwards, Mitsuru-san explained the circumstances of how they ended up here. More like to Labrys, though. How this case began by Labrys being dropped into the TV. How they all pursued her into this world. Mitsuru-san explains the intentions. Labrys seems to be even more nervous. She must be worried. But it's alright. Mitsuru-san realizes Labrys' emotional state. She turns her gaze towards Labrys and kindly smiles to her.
Don't worry. I'm not planning to seal you away again.
But I ran wild and caused so much trouble. I mean, not just today, but back then, too.
You've awakened to your persona and gained control over it. You're hardly a rogue test unit anymore. Besides, you have a heart. We would never treat anyone with a heart so poorly.
Now, if you didn't have a heart, oh, into the scrap heap for you, girl. Mitsuru-san really is as kind as I thought. Her emotions seem to have reached Labrys as well, and she's about to smile to answer to Mitsuru-san. But her expression goes blank and suddenly stops moving. Huh? What's going on?
Huh? Labrys' recognition signal has been interrupted. Someone is hacking into her.
Hacker man! Recognition signal? Hacking? What does she mean? Just about to reach towards Labrys.
It's not over yet.
A completely different person's voice came out of Labrys' mouth. Upon hearing that, Mitsuru-san notices something I don't and mutters in surprise.
Is this the same communication system we use?
What are you standing around for? Everyone, get away from Labrys!
Labrys' hands jerkingly reaches towards the axe on her back. After a moment's pause, she swings at us without any hesitation.
Labrys! What's going on?
I cannot gain access. She's being controlled. It isn't coming from inside this facility. The signal originates elsewhere.
You mean outside the TV?
This is just a little extra resistance. Now, entertain me.
Labrys dashes towards us with glazed eyes. Just when everyone is shell-shocked by the sudden turn of events, I stand before Labrys.
Hey, what are you doing? It's too dangerous.
I'll stop her. Isn't this part of protecting her? I need to stop this.
Amagi.
I know what's going on. But there's no way Labrys would try to hurt everyone. Someone is controlling Labrys. I have to put a stop to it. Draw my fan and face Labrys. I also made a promise with her earlier. Promise that I'd never let her suffer alone again.
Please, wake up!
God, I ship them so hard. Oh, I'm excited to play Soul Hackers 2 when we get to it on here.
Final. Fight!
Brace yourself!
Whoa. Okay. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Oh god, you're getting my ass kicked! Damn it! That's okay, that's okay, that's okay. Let's just continue. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Because after we finish Ultimax's story mode, then we're doing House of Ashes.
This place
Which will be a
exists
lot
between
of fun.
I wish you good luck.
Of course, with those games, though, like I said, I clear it. What happens, happens. We go from there. We need a crossover where Persona characters team up against Shin Megami Tensei characters in an apocalyptic event. It's drawn Persona Q style. You know what? I always remember the fan art someone did where if Rhino Kuznawa was in Arena, that would have been so cool. Oh my god. Lapras, why do you hate my butthole? Got her. Okay. Yeah, let's bookmark this shit. Woo! It would be interesting to do Persona Q on here.
My, she was quite easily defeated. Evidently, I didn't push her far enough. Well, she is a test unit, so this is as far as my little game goes.
Disgustingly carefree voice emerges from Labras, who has ceased moving. Her eyes are still lifeless. My friend Labras hasn't returned. An uncontrollable fury rages through me, hearing that voice describe her like some broken toy.
Who are you? Give Labras back!
Very well. I've acquired enough data after all. I should thank you all. Although this didn't work out, you did stay in it to the very end.
Labras's shadow was only the mastermind of the tournament. I see now. You're the true culprit behind the whole thing.
Tsuru-san's words make me remember. Now that I think about it, Labras's shadow separated from Labras when she entered the TV. In other words, she only sponsored the tournament. But she didn't stop herself into the TV. She didn't drop herself into the TV world. Without someone to do that, this case would not have happened. Does this mean the culprit is controlling Labras from somewhere outside the TV? From somewhere safe? That can't be forgiven.
Indeed. It was I who stole Labras away. Since I don't have a persona and can't enter a TV, I needed a puppet that could run amok for me. Labras's persona was only partially awakened, so I had a feeling her shadow would appear if she underwent a little suffering. You got the better of me this time. You deserve to know at least that much.
This time? Are you still planning something?
The culprit mocks us. I can't take this anymore. I thought I finally was able to save her. And I thought that everything would be alright now.
That's enough! You're the worst! Labras has a heart! How can you do this to her knowing that?
A heart, hmm? Meaningless. Whether or not she has one matters not at all to my plan.
What? That's it!
The voice continues mocking us, ignores my words.
Well then, everyone, until we meet again.
Sounds like the culprit just cut off communication. As communication cuts off, Labras falls to her knees. I rush over and support her body, but she's gone completely limp with her metal body is very heavy. I haven't been attending Final Fantasy 12 streams due to my internet. FF12 is just boring me out. It's not you, Edgey. It's just FF12 and how boring it looks. FF12 is actually really good. I know, like, oh, sorry, I'm adjusting my butt again. I know that, like, you know, everyone's opinions and that, I get it, but I'm having a blast with it right now. I'm really loving the story in that for it. There we go. I'm also going in it very clean, so I actually don't know anything about the plot. Tsuru-san looks gloomy, but she speaks up with determination in her voice.
It seems whoever our adversary is, they're connected to us. I advise you not to get involved in this matter any further. From here on, you should leave this to us.
Wait a second. We can't just leave things like this.
I understand how you feel, but this is too dangerous for you.
Plus, we have a sequel game coming out, so...
We will do our best to ensure that no harm comes to you. Trust in us and let us work.
This is different from the way she was acting towards me earlier. This time, Mitsuru-san isn't testing me. It's completely rejecting our involvement outright with a firm will. I think that's what she's saying is probably correct course of action. There must be something big going on behind this case, and if that's the case, high school students are probably going to be less equipped to handle than a well-funded organization like Mitsuru-san's. But still, I can't just back down.
Guys, let's leave this to them.
Huh? Are you serious?
Yukon must realize Mitsuru-san's resolution too. This must be something we have to come to an understanding about. My mind understands that, but my heart still.
Yukiko, it's best for now if we go home.
Yukon puts his hand on my shoulder. Huh? Did I just hear him say "for now" under his breath? When I look up at his reaction to Yukon's words, I see a strong fire in his eyes. I nod in recognition. Yeah, exactly. To each their own. I like to give stuff chances. After we got out of the TV, we disbanded on the spot without much conversation. Mitsuru-san and her friends were a bit flustered since they came out of the middle of Junes in the midst of a bunch of shoppers. That sight alone would have been beautiful. Actually, because there were so many people looking out of the ordinary, we did cause a bit of a stir. I regret that we had to part so quickly because there was so much more I wanted to say. But I know that there was no way I could really express everything anyway. When I returned to the inn, the day's exhaustion hits me all at once. I drew a bath, and I even fell asleep in the bathtub for a bit. After I woke up, I went back to my room and was about to go to sleep. But I received a call from an unknown number. Usually I don't pick up calls from numbers I don't recognize, but something tells me I should pick it up. Turns out to be...
And allow me to thank you once again. You did a lot to help today.
Mitsuru-san steps out of the long limousine parked on the outskirts of the shopping district and bowed deeply to us. We're still in Inaba, but this big black limousine and Mitsuru-san are so at a place it feels like we're someplace entirely. Just can tell that everyone around us is watching. Since Mitsuru-san and her friends have finished investigating this case, it seems they'll be leaving Inaba. Standing next to Mitsuru-san is Labras, who was the one who called us so we could say our farewells in person.
Come on, Yukiko. We have to see her off properly.
Huh?
Aw. Labras was controlled by the culprit back on the roof, but there seems to be no major issues in her body. She looks like she's gonna be fine. I should be happy, because I know that Labras is safe, so I should be smiling, but I just can't. I end up speaking gloomily.
You really are going with them.
I'm gonna miss you guys, but I made my decision to throw in with Mitsuru-san. I want to capture whoever's behind this. Whatever it takes. You know how you protected me this time. Now it's my turn to repay the favor.
I'm about to say that she doesn't have to worry about such things, but I stopped myself. I see, so Labras made this decision herself. I wish I could stay with her, but I wish she could stay here with us. But if my friends made the decision, then I need to support her.
And I'm definitely gonna be back someday. So, why don't you give me a rain check on that promise? Sound good?
Yeah, that's all right. It's still a promise.
Hearing that, I was finally able to smile for Labras. She's right. It's not like this will be the last time we see each other. Our promise will never change.
I'll be waiting for you, though. If you break my promise, I'll make you rue the day.
Oh, damn! Labras laughs and shrugs at my joke. I need to protect this place. The place where she promised she'd return to. It's not just succeeding in the inn anymore. I have to another reason I need to stay here.
We'll all be waiting for you.
Come back soon.
Everyone feels the same way too. It's sad that we have to part with someone after we just became friends with them. But we all believe we'll see her again. Labras looks like she's about to cry. She manages to keep her smile and nods. She never lost her smile. Mitsuru-san tells her that they're about to leave. Once the two of them enter the limousine, he quietly heads off. Labras pokes her head out the window and waves back at us. She keeps waving until we can't see the car anymore.
Oh, she's really gone.
Yeah, but she said she'd come see us again, so enough with the pitiful frown.
Aw.
What? Did you just call me pitiful?
Damn.
What an incredibly rude thing to say to an idol. Just so you know, I've done a lot of ads for companies under the Kirijo umbrella. I wish I could have introduced myself better.
I just like that. We're back to our normal selves. It's sad to see Lapras isn't here, but Kanji-kun is right. And Golden Week just started for us. Wasn't able to prepare another box lunch so quickly after yesterday's event. Instead, I had a great suggestion.
Hey, why don't we go to June-S? We haven't had our welcome back party for Yukon yet.
Great idea, Yuki-chan. I was just thinking the same thing.
You're right. It's been a while too, so let's all go there and catch up.
Yosuke-kun and Yukon glanced at each other upon hearing my suggestion. Huh? Could they be scheming something?
All right, sounds like a plan. We have a few things to talk to them about too, right, partner?
Yeah, let's go, everyone.
Those looks. That's like some kind of secret friend wink, isn't it? They're definitely up to something. Not exactly sure what's going on between them, but I do have an idea. Guessing it's probably something we're all together for, right? We still have a lot of Golden Week left after all. After the welcome back party for Yukon, she and I are in the miscellaneous goods section looking at trinkets. Tenny and Yosuke-kun have gone back to work and Rise-chan takes Naoto-kun shopping. Yukon and Kanji are together in the grocery area. Everyone are just doing their own thing.
Boy, was I surprised when Yukon brought that up. I didn't tell her we wouldn't get involved, was it? Can you believe him?
No kidding. I wonder what Mitsuri-san would say if she heard that.
What Yukon and Yosuke-kun brought up during the welcome back party was a reformation, or more like the reformation of the investigation team. And it was decided that we'd all pursue this case by ourselves. There's no objections, of course. Everyone seems to have been waiting for Yukon's words and all spoke up at once. There's no way we can leave what happened inside the town's TV to someone else. I feel bad for Mitsuru-san, but I'm happy that the two of them were thinking the same thing. This is a Return of the King-like ending. I mean, Lapras is our friend. There's no way we can sit back and watch our friends out doing their best, especially since it happened in our own backyard.
Man, the Kirijo group, huh? If things go bad, this can be an even bigger problem than last year.
I'm sure we'll be able to handle it.
You really stepped up to the plate this time. I think I like this new side of you.
I'm a bit happy to hear that from Chie. Whoa, that was close. Almost absentmindedly walked right into the section we were looking for. We stop at our destination, small shops inside June-S. I pick up some different colored hair ornaments and compare them.
Wow, this is hard. So many choices. What color should I get?
You're really into this. Hey, how about this? I think it'll look good on you.
Oh, no, it's not for me.
Pink, yellow, green. As I compare the different colors without answering Chie, things were a bit before making the realization.
Oh, right. We might see her sooner than we think.
That's right. I'm sure that the culprit will be caught faster than we cooperate, rather than just Mitsuru-san and her people going after the case. And that means the day that I keep my promise to Lapras will come sooner, too. Till then, I need to find a color that fits her. Pick various colored scrunchies and imagine what they look decorating Lapras' hair. Lapras' embarrassed smile also springs to my mind as well.
I just know she'll love it.
Aww! Yay! That's a cute ending. Alright, next!
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
Okay, now we'll
This
move
place
over
exists between
to,
dream and reality,
Chie.
mind and matter.
Then we'll do
Now then,
Kanji,
why don't you
Teddy,
introduce yourself?
move back to Naoto, get Aki, then Mitsuru, and Igus. So we got a plan, Stan.
Very well.
Oh shit. Oh, right. It's fine. Continue from cliffhanger.
Who the hell are you? Why are you after us?
We've come to take you in. Would it clear things up if I mentioned the name Kirijo?
Shadow glares hatefully at the guy in the cape. The red cape guy takes off his hood and glares back at Miss President or Shadow. Well, what? What does he mean by taking her in?
No! I'll never go back there! Damn it! Get back here!
Girl suddenly runs out of the room, her shadow in hot pursuit.
Wait! Ugh.
Guy in the red cape tries to follow, but he trips over Kanji, still on the floor. Kanji mumbles something in his stupor. The girl and her shadow are incredibly fast. They left just seconds ago. Can't even see them anymore. Guy with the cape stands up, annoyed, and clucks his tongue. He's just face planted. He doesn't seem bothered by it. Doesn't that hurt? But aside from that...
Who are you, really? What did you do to Kanji-kun?
We had a battle between men. Could you turn down a challenge for the title of strongest man?
Huh? What's he talking about? What the hell are you up to, Kanji-kun? I have so many questions to ask, I don't know where to begin. Guy turns his back to me.
I need to go after them. You're better off forgetting what you just saw.
Whoa, wait a sec. That's all very well for you to say, but hey, I said wait!
Without another word, he runs off. Talk about one-sided conversation. Couldn't he have had at least said his name?
That guy is so bizarre. I couldn't sense him approaching at all, and I can't track his presence now either.
Rise-chan bites her lip in frustration. She doesn't look well. She must have been concentrating hard this whole time. Of course, she's been under a lot of stress up until now. I need to let her rest
Hey,
a bit.
Rise-chan, take care of Kanji for me.
All right.
Huh? Are you going after him?
Of course. No way I can leave that red cape weirdo or Miss President be.
If she can't pursue them with her persona, then I'll have to catch up to him on foot. The basics of police investigation are legwork after all. You'll be better ready when I catch up to you, Mr. Red Cape. That's a Rhino Kuzunoa reference. I love it. After a bit of running around, I finally spot the conspicuous cape after turning a corner in a hallway. He's really fast. I could barely keep up with him. But thankfully, the gym should be up ahead, even though there's no way to be sure that here. Good, I could take him on here.
Hold it right there, Buster!
Guy stops and looks back at me and frowns. He doesn't attempt to run off again. Did he have a change of heart? I don't know what's going on, but now I can catch up with him.
You're gonna tell me what's going on! Who is that Labrys girl? Is she really a machine? And why are you after her? What are you gonna do once you catch her?
What good would knowing that do you?
What?
I'm here on a certain mission. You could even call it a duty. My resolution is nothing like yours, based on curiosity.
He saw a red shirt from Star Trek. Yeah, we don't do that to Aki. That was his friend after all. Oh, I like Shinjiro. And I made that bad joke. I'm sorry.
Duty?
You said duty. He wraps his knuckles in the air behind him, and there's sound. Seems like there's another invisible wall keeping him from going on.
Ridiculous Grand Prix is still going on.
What? Wait, you mean...
I quickly turn around and check the section I just come through. When I reach out my hand, I feel the wall there.
We're trapped. So, like, do we...
That's what you get for coming after me so recklessly. The rule that one opponent must be defeated is still in effect.
One of the tournament rules. You can't leave if you don't fight and win. In other words, in order to keep following the girl, I have to fight this scary-looking dude. Slammed Kanji straight through the wall. Sure, this guy has to be a Persona user too. Said they'd come here to take her in. I'm guessing he came through the TV on his own too. Do I have a chance of beating this guy? No, I can't doubt myself. I have to do this. I muster up all my courage and square off against him.
Alright, I accept.
Huh. Why are you willing to go to such lengths to catch up to Labrys?
Labrys? So I guess that's Miss President's real name.
I don't know why. I just know that she was in pain. I don't know if my reasons are better or worse than yours, but I can't turn my back on her.
When I see that, his eyes get even stronger. Almost flinch, but I know that I can't look weak in front of this guy. They're right back at him. I've seen that look in people's eyes before. I've seen it in people acting with determination that never wavers in eyes of my friends while we fought so hard through last year. Can't look away from the strength of resolve. That's when his expression softens slightly and he answers.
All right. To answer your questions, what you saw was the 5th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon Labrys. She was given a heart so she could use a persona.
A weapon? Then she really is a robot. But she's so cute. And she even sounds like a normal girl. Oh, so that's what her lost memories were about. And since she has a heart, she has a shadow too.
She has a shadow? Do you mean the thing where there's 2 of her?
I nod and tell him about how this world works, especially about shadows. I'm not great at explaining things, but I've already told Labrys not too long ago, so I should know what to say, I hope. The guy in the cape listens quietly, nodding now and again, as if he understands everything I'm saying.
I get it now. The mastermind behind all this isn't Labrys, but her shadow.
I think that's it anyway. She didn't have any memories and thought she was the student council president. But I wonder what's with this tournament. What could she have wished for to make this happen?
I have some suspicions about that. Labrys may have been forced to do some inhumane things while she was in development. Her original circumstances may be related to the setup of this Grand Prix.
Then, this tournament is a reenactment of what Labrys went through in her past?
Looks like you'll be alone forever. No one can understand you. I recall that's what the shadow said. If that's what Labrys had been feeling this whole time.
She just wanted someone to understand how she felt. Is that it?
So that's why she made people fight with friends. Because she had to do it in her past? But still, nobody could understand her. That may have been what the shadow was saying. I was doubting her too. I didn't even try to believe what she was saying. Even though my way of doing things wasn't great, I was trying to get lost in my own thoughts, but the cape guy speaks up.
That's all I can tell you. If you still want to search for her, you'll have to defeat me to move on. What'll it be?
I search for the right words within me. I need to think it through before I say anything. I can see the strength in his eyes waiting for me to say the right thing. I can't say I'm this just because.
If Labrys wished to make us go through what she went through, that means she wanted to be understood. She wanted someone to save her.
That's just your guess, though.
But if it's possible I'm right, then I can't abandon her. That's why I won't go back until I've saved her. Her heart is worth fighting for.
I'm looking straight into his eyes and as I say it, and he smiles. But even though he's smiling, he suddenly seems a lot more menacing.
What's your name? Mine's Akihiko Sanada.
I'm Chie Satonaka, a third year at Yasagami High.
I like the fire in your eyes. Then let's fight and see whose passion comes out on top.
All right. Cheer time. Let's go.
Finally.
All right.
I am a dragon! I am a dragon! What's this?
I'm missing every shot. That's all good. Crazy to think about that TA basically learned how to fight from watching Kung Fu. When you really think about it, that's kind of great. Yeah. Bookmark, please. Thank you. Phew. That was a hard fight. But
I won?
Looks like it.
I won. Akihiko-san stands up and quietly speaks to me.
Tell me, Chie, what are you gonna do when you get to Labrys?
What will I do when I get to her? I need to answer it properly, too. Now I won. I can't half-ass anything.
I'm gonna apologize for saying such awful things to her. But that's not all. I want to talk to her. Really come to an understanding with her. Even if things are too painful for you to endure on your own, you can still overcome them if you have friends to help. I know that. And I want to show her that too. That's why I won't let her be alone. No matter what.
Ugh. No good. I'm gonna be strong and straightforward, but my feelings got ahead of my brain. Couldn't say it the way I wanted to. I mean, it's kind of embarrassing, but that's honestly how I feel. I stand there sheepishly, but Akihiko's expression softens and he smiles. It's not the same as the determined smile I had before. This is a kind one.
You remind me a little of my friends.
Your friends?
I'm sure you'll be able to do the right thing. Do what your heart tells you.
With that, he takes off his cape and sits on the ground. Hasn't said anything more, but I can tell what he means. Hurry up and go in my place. That's what he's saying, right?
Okay. Thank you very much.
I thanked him before I realized what I was saying. I mean, Akihiko believed in me. Even though we just met, he's placing his faith in me. I may not be the best talker, but we communicated with our fists. Yeah! We come to an understanding. Then all I can do is run. My legs, my heart, everything feels light. I should be able to reach out to the girl now for sure. Well, I caught up. Oh god, I'm adjusting, sorry. I caught up on She-Hulk.
I finally made it back.
And that the recent episode kind of like hit hard for me because I'm like, fuck, I've been through this. While I was on the way, Rise-chan contacted me. Labrys and her shadow seem to have returned to the announcement room together. If they're together, it's more likely means Labrys has been taken captive by the shadow. And if they're in the same place, then Akihiko and I were made to fight just to buy time. Luckily, Rise-chan says that she's already escaped to a different room. She's complaining about how heavy Kanji-kun is too. I guess it hasn't woken up yet. In any case, when I open the door, it'll be one-on-one battle against the shadow. Take a deep breath and open the door.
Miss President. Oh, Labrys? Are you here?
That man told you to come here, didn't he?
The moment I enter, a sharp voice calls out to me. I see the speaker standing alone in the center of the room. Is she the shadow? No, this is Labrys herself. Of course, her shadow has been watching them close by, too. Can't let my guard down.
No, he didn't. I came here because I wanted to.
You just want to capture me like all the others. Well...
Labrys reaches for the battle axe attached to her back. You can see in her eyes that she's serious about this.
Labrys, I didn't come here to fight you.
I'm never going back there. I never want to get put through that again. I'm gonna run away. Just you watch me. If anyone gets in my way, I'll stomp them all.
It's no use. She's not listening. She's completely worked up. It must be because of her past is so painful. But I need to calm her down right now. I brace myself for the fight to get ready.
I'm sorry. I can't stop now. There's something I need you to know.
Aw. Okay, it looks like I'm going to be fighting Labrys 3 times. Right, let's go. At least this one doesn't have a persona. Did the butt. Out of context, it sounds very wrong. I have to remember I work tomorrow.
Why? Why won't anyone understand?
I'm trying to understand, Labrys.
I wanted to...
I kneel down to talk to Labrys, who's on the floor. Scenery beyond the glass walls begin to distort. This. Do the butt. Now I get to see a bunch of corpses of robots. Posters, if you will. What is this? It's so horrifying, I almost fall backwards. These things shaped like people are hanging everywhere. There's this giant furnace-like object in the center. More of the things crammed into it like trash. What in the world is this? Don't tell me. Is this what Labrys has been keeping hidden inside her heart? When I come back to my senses, I notice a shadow has appeared behind Labrys. Hey, Satanic Versus, what up?
Don't you get it? That'll never happen. You! Of course she sounds angry. You did lie to her after all. And wow, you didn't hesitate for a second to attack her. So you do want her to suffer then. You want to make her go through what you did, right?
That's not true.
You want the everyday boys and girls to experience what you had to go through, right? That's why we're in a school having a fighting tournament. You want to see close friends fight for their lives against each other. Because if they do that, then they might understand. You want to make them understand.
That ain't true.
Labrys clutches her head. I try to reassure her, but nothing seems to reach her. It's like the shadow and the only voice she can hear. Shadow twists its mouth into a smile and continues whispering into Labrys' ear.
But it was all for nothing. It just left you more of an outcast than ever. It's all right, though. I'll take care of everything from here. You are me, after all. I'll destroy anyone who doesn't understand you and comes to get in your way. Just like you once did.
At least she doesn't have the weird proportions like Jack does. They gave him Hank Hill ass. I don't get it.
Stop it! That's all a lie. You're not Labrys. No! You can't be me!
Finally! You finally said it! Now, I can be myself!
Uh-oh, Biscottios.
Yes, the power!
Unlimited power! I just realized I had chat off this whole time. Whoops. On the screen, I mean. The shadow going berserk, no matter how many times I see it, it's still overwhelming. But now is the time to think about stuff like this. Labrys goes limp and falls on the floor. I stand between her and her shadow to protect her.
It's okay. Just wait for me.
I'm exhausted from today's series of battles. The shadow has immense power. And even worse, I'm all alone in this fight. It's unlike anything from last year. Yeah, that's fine. It's because I had a YouTube. Now I have it on. So if someone says something like, but it'll show up again. I was on YouTube yesterday and I don't like having chat up on YouTube streams. But I'm surprisingly confident in myself. Of course I'm nervous, but I have a strong resolve to make up for any fear I might have. I mean, this is my wish after all. It's my dream too.
I'll make sure to protect you. If this is about wanting to protect someone, I damn well won't lose.
Oh shit! Let's go! Alright. Okay, so now if I add a bunch of JoJo hearts. Just block it. Let's just show up on screen. In theory. Yeah, it did. By the way, I wasn't watching that whole time until I got it up. There we go. it! Combo! Got her! Hot damn. Let's go.
It's over.
The shadow finally stops moving. I'll sink to my knees as the tension drains out of me. But Labrys is safe. She's still trembling behind me, but at least she's not hurt. I was able to protect her, right?
Why? Huh? Why did you protect me? Weren't you mad?
Yeah, I can't blame her for thinking that. I was really angry back then, after all. I didn't even try to understand what Labrys was feeling. But seeing Labrys with the blank look on her face is funny for some reason. Can't help but laugh.
I wasn't mad at all. Actually, it's you who should be mad at me. I said so many awful things to you. I'm really sorry.
I could never be angry at you. I'm the one who did all those awful things.
Look, I did awful things. No, I did. Labrys looks over to the shadow. It's a pain in her face. I wonder if she can still completely accept her shadow. No, of course she can't. It's not something you can just accept without a lot of soul searching. She spent this whole time being tormented by what the shadow represented. Considering that Labrys seems like a serious person, she might be the type to think everything is a responsibility. That's not true. There's no need for her to bear this alone. I want to tell her that so badly right now.
Hey, about this Grand Prix. I mean, yeah, it was tough, but it wasn't all bad.
Huh?
It taught me a lot of important things.
My weakness, the ambiguity of the dream I embraced, and I was also able to remember again the fact that I'm not alone. Just as the shadow said, my weak self may never completely disappear, but I can face that. I mean, I have friends with me after all. I'm not alone. That's why I'll be alright. I overcome it no matter how many times I need it from now on.
That's why I want to thank you. And your other self over there, too. I still don't know what kind of pain you've been through. So tell me about it. I want you to tell me everything, like how you feel and what you're thinking.
Tell you about myself?
Mm-hmm. I'll listen. If you have something that's too painful to bear alone, then let's work it out together.
Together? I'm not alone anymore?
I nod back to her. After hearing my words, Labrys finally looks up, looks at her other self. She's still trembling, but she isn't looking away anymore. I was so bad at explaining myself, but I think she understands what I was trying to say. Labrys stands up and walks towards her other self. I watch as she walks over the shadow, standing tall. Her posture tells me how she feels. It says, I'm alright now. Aww. Yay! Again, I know I've seen this cutscene many times. This is still heartwarming, god damn it.
I'm sorry.
This chair's not heartwarming though. Jesus
I
Christ.
was the one who left you all alone.
God. That's obnoxious.
No. You are me, after all.
Aww. And she accepts herself again. For the 4th time.
This is my persona.
Persona. Now that Labrys has accepted herself, she turns towards me. That's when she finally smiles. It's a smile from the bottom of her heart, and I can tell she's never shown that to anyone before. Makes my heart skip a beat. Man, this girl is real pretty. Take Labrys with me and we go get everyone who has been trapped in the walls created by the tournament rules. Since the real mastermind is gone, the invisible walls have disappeared and everybody should be free now. We go around to each place. Yukon, Yosuke, Yukiko, Teddy. Rise-chan brought Kanji, who finally woken up. And even Naoto-kun showed up. And shouldn't even be here. She told us that she just happened to be back in town because of the job she was doing. Labrys is dance crazy. Eventually, we all got our school rooftop as a big group. When we open the door at the rooftop area, we see something surprising. This isn't the rooftop at all. Instead, it's the area before us with the studio-like place that we had used, the entrance area to the TV world during the case last year. Should have disappeared after that, but it looks like it got restored when Labrys entered the TV world and the school was created. True, once the Midnight Channel started airing again, people would start taking an interest like last year. So maybe that's why the studio place came back. Still, the investigation team is back together again. This would be perfect time. Labrys was hiding behind me, but I reach around and shove her in front of me towards my friend.
I have someone to introduce to you guys. This here is Labrys-chan.
Chie-san?
I explain everything that's happened to everyone. I tell them that Labrys is a victim of the event that took place here. And even though she has obviously a mechanical body, her heart is that of a human. Her shadow had come out of her, and there was the one masterminded the tournament, but Labrys has accepted it and everything's been solved. And everything else I may be forgetting right here. Alright, you have a good night, Enrageful Eric. I'll see you later. This is the third time today I've had to explain all this. So I think I've gotten pretty good at it. Labrys looks anxious while I talk, but the first one to speak up after I'm done is Yukon. I expected as much. He's our leader after all.
That must have been tough. You feeling okay?
Huh?
Having a shadow come at you is pretty draining. Seriously, I was ready to collapse for a few days when it happened to me.
Mm-hmm. It's amazing that you're able to stand like that on your own.
Labrys looks back between me and everyone else as they utter surprise. No one minds Labrys and keep trying to talk to her, all speaking at the same time.
Could it be because she's a mech? Wow. Isn't it cool for a mech like her to have a heart?
I can't think of any way it could be weirder than an idol, a detective, and a tame shadow, but here we are.
I don't know. I think Teddy was even crazier. The way he grew a body inside of himself from scratch.
I am more intrigued by her than Teddy, though. May I examine your internal workings for a bit?
Oh, are you hitting on her?
Now, Chun, if you're going to touch anyone's internal workings, do mine!
Teddy, get in the dumpster.
With all due respect, I shall have to decline.
Man, I don't blame her for going all quiet right now. I tap Labrys on the shoulder, seeing that she's a loss for words.
What's wrong, Labrys? Oh, well, I thought that everyone would be angrier.
That's what I thought. But Labrys, you got it all wrong.
What would we be angry about?
Now that it's over, it wasn't all that bad.
Ooh, the battle to decide the strongest man was pretty intense, though.
Is that what it was about?
Well, they may be taking it in stride a little more than is normal, but no one would hate you, Labrys.
Labrys looks at each person's face. Everyone's smiling, aren't they? I'm not lying.
Chie-san, thank you so much.
Jeez, you're so formal. You can just call me Chie. We're friends, remember?
Friends.
You can just call me Yukiko, too.
And you can just call me Prince Teddy.
That's longer than your real name, though.
Go back to the Wild Kingdom where you belong. Oh, would the carnivore like to join him?
What did you call me? Go back to the Disappointment Ranger Ressentiment hideout.
You've got it all wrong. Ressentiment is French. Mal is pronounced completely different from the man in Featherman.
It seems he's smarter than he looks.
Sheesh. Wrapping up everything so well, and Yosuke had to go on and stupid stuff. If we keep sniping at each other like this, Labrys is just gonna pull back in her shell. We got her talking. Or so I thought. Labrys burst out in laughter. That alone warms my heart. Case is finally over. Realization is finally hitting me. As I sigh in relief, more people appear behind us.
Looks like everything's working out nicely.
That red cape. It's Akihiko-san. Could the other two ladies with him be his friends? I sense Labrys go tense next to me. That's right, he said he was going to take her back. Step forward as if protecting Labrys. Not that I'm making a scene about it, but just in case.
So you're Satonaka. Akihiko told me about you. I'm Mitsuru Kirijo. In a way, you could say that I'm Labrys' handler.
Beautiful woman in the coat introduces herself. Kirijo. That sounds familiar. Didn't Akihiko-san mention that name too?
I'm Aegis. Thank you so much for saving my older sister.
Older sister? Then are you Labrys' younger sister? Wait, then are you a machine too?
Yes. I too am a robot.
Beep beep boop. Aegis-san smiles. I take a closer look at her, and it's true, her body is mechanical, just like Labrys. Wow, all these robot girls running around. This is so futuristic. Who in the world made something like them? Huh? Wait a sec. Kirijo? That does mean the Kirijo group, Kirijo? That's a serious, gigantic corporation. And if that's her last name, then... Ah, crap. These people are from a completely different world than the rest of us. I cautiously stand up straighter. No, I can't lose my nerve. I have to make sure I stand my ground. I can't let them take Labrys away.
Chie-chan, it's okay.
As I open my mouth with resolution, Labrys stops me as she guessed what I was begun to say. Steps around from behind me, and then she steps forward towards Mitsuru-san and the others.
You've come to take me away, yeah? I'm ready.
Labrys?
Chie-chan, I can't ask for anything more. I've made so many friends, and you've all accepted me. I'll be okay now.
But if you're caught, that's not okay.
Went through so much pain just to become friends too. I want to spend more time laughing with her. I want to squeeze Labrys' hand. Labrys looks slightly troubled. Heart-rendering face looks like she might be crying or smiling, all the same.
I'm sorry to interrupt the heated discussion, but I have no intentions of sealing you away.
Huh?
Your shadow going berserk was an irregularity caused by this world. It wasn't due to any malfunction in you. Luckily, because of what happened, you are now in complete control of your persona. Isn't that so, Akihiko?
Yeah, that's right.
Akihiko-san nods, along with Mitsuru-san's words. Huh? But Akihiko-san wasn't there when Labrys gained her persona. As my gaze is wandering, Akihiko-san glances towards me in a significant way. Could it be that he helped us out? Not only is he strong, but he's so understanding. He's a real man! He's a man! Such a man!
Not gonna be locked up?
Yes! I'm so glad for you, Labrys!
This is like a dream. I can't believe this! Thank you, Chie. Labrys?
Oh. Beep boop. Labrys suddenly stops moving. The way she stopped was odd. Akihiko-san and the others seem to have noticed as well, and they furrow their brows. That's when...
It's not over yet.
What was that? That wasn't Labrys' voice. It is emanating from Labrys, but it's completely different.
Is this the same communication system we use? Everyone, step away from Labrys.
Mitsuru's... Whoops, sorry. Dropped my phone and hit the button. Metallic blade, almost as tall as she is, gorges the ground. Small chips of concrete brush past my cheek as the floor breaks up. That was close. I mean, what's going on? I look back at Labrys in confusion, but there's no light in her eyes.
What the? I cannot gain access. She is being hacked.
Hacker man!
It isn't coming from inside this facility. The signal originates elsewhere.
Oh, shit.
You mean outside the TV?
This is just a little extra resistance. Now, entertain me.
The voice that comes back sounds nothing like her original voice. Within a blink of an eye, Labrys dashes towards me. There's no hesitation or movement. If I don't brace myself, I'll be going down.
No! Why do we have to fight each other again?
Third fight with Labrys. Let's go. Okay, let's do this.
Aren't you gonna stand up?
Yeah, let's get this robot. What's this evil robot, though? Possessed by Hacker Man. Oh. Come on, Toaster. Kick your ass. Woo! Come on, Chie. You can do it, girl. Got her. Woo! Yeah, we'll place that bookmark. Now saving.
My, she was quite easily defeated. Evidently, I didn't push her far enough. Well, she is a test unit, so this is as far as my little game goes.
That voice continues to emanate from Labrys, has fallen to her knees and stopped moving. So whoever's speaking through her is controlling her? How dare they treat her like some object? What the hell's wrong with them?
Who are you? Why are you doing this to Labrys?
As I yell in anger, Labrys straightens up in an unnatural manner.
I should thank you all. Although this didn't work out, you did stay in until the very end.
Labrys's shadow was only the mastermind of the tournament. I see now. You're the true culprit behind the whole thing.
That's right. Labrys wasn't a persona user, she was a victim. The shadow should have appeared after that. That means someone else dropped Labrys into the TV. Just like last year's case.
Indeed. It was I who stole Labrys away. Since I don't have a persona and can't enter a TV, I needed a puppet that could run amok for me. Labrys's persona was only partially awakened, so I had a feeling her shadow would appear if she underwent a little suffering. You got the better of me this time. You deserve to know at least that much.
This time? Are you still planning something?
Who knows?
Ooh.
What the hell? Labrys has a heart. Do you even understand how much pain she went through because of you?
Seriously, what the hell? Labrys is being controlled from some safe place outside the TV. How much suffering do they think Labrys went through? How could they laugh when when she's in so much pain? But the voice continues on, mocking me for not understanding.
A heart, meaningless. Whether or not she has one matters not at all to my plan.
What?
Well then, everyone, until we meet again.
The voice cuts out and Labrys immediately collapses on the spot. Aiga-san instantly catches her and calls out to her, but Labrys is unconscious. I don't know what to do with my fists, so I began swinging them aimlessly. We saved her, but she was so happy. Why did she have to be put through this?
It seems whoever our adversary is, they're connected to us. You shouldn't get involved in this any further. From here on, leave this to us.
Wait a sec! After what that bastard did to us, you're telling us to butt out?
I understand how you feel, but this is too dangerous for you. We will do our best to ensure that no harm comes to you. Trust in us and let us work.
But
I'm so irritated that I can't put my thoughts into words. Mitsuru-san might be right, and it doesn't do anything for my feelings. I mean, if some bastards go around to say that the person's heart has no meaning, I can't just let them get away with it.
Guys, let's leave this to them.
Huh?
I'm about to shout at Mitsuru-san, but Yukon stops me. We should just get out of here. I know that he's getting at, but yes, I'm completely exhausted. I did fight some seriously intense battles one after another. And some of us, like Rise-chan, have been stuck in this world for so long, I'm sure she's at her limit. I mean, thinking rationally, I know that we need to go back home. Still,
Labrys.
seeing Labrys unconscious in Aigus' arms wounds me. Isn't there anything we could do for Labrys? Do we have to say goodbye like this? I look towards Yukon once more when he winks at me.
Huh? What?
Dun dun dun. When we returned to the real world, all that energy had been powering me for so far drains away. I begin staggering. Everyone else appears to be similar states, so we immediately go our separate ways without much discussion. I went straight home, falling to bed. I couldn't get to sleep. All these feelings were swirling around inside me, and I can't sort them out. Sheesh. As I toss and turn in bed, my cell phone rings without warning. I look at it, but it's a number I don't recognize. Should I ignore it? But it does bother me that I'm getting a call right now. I decided to pick up. Lo and behold, the voice I hear is... The call to meet at a certain location next morning. When I arrive, it's an amazing limousine parked in a plain country road. It's just, this thing is so long, it's insane. Even when this wasn't a movie, it would have to be a comedy because nobody would believe a car that long and sleek would exist in real life. Can it even turn a corner? It's hard to see through the windows of this ridiculous limo. I can see 4 people who are just as remarkable in the car itself. Labrys had called me last night, and the people in the car were Mitsuru-san's group. Thank goodness she did wake up after all.
Labrys!
When I call out to her, Labrys immediately gets out of the car. Mitsuru-san and Akihiko-san and Aiga-san follow as well. Oh, and she's not carrying that axe on her back. I imagine that would be hard to get in the car with that thing.
I'm sorry for calling you here all of a sudden, but they told me we'd be leaving already.
The follow-up is over, after all. Our work here is done.
I'm glad to hear that, Master.
Master?
Actually, I spoke a bit with Akihiko-san on the phone last night, too. When I thanked him for helping us persuade Mitsuru-san, all he said was, it wasn't anything special. I only did what was necessary. Damn, what an awesome thing to say. During that little chat, I became convinced that this person is striving for. Very similar to my own goals. That's why I'm going to call him Master. I look up to him as an ideal until I can match his strength and resolve.
I told you to stop calling me that.
No, you're my master. Though, I gotta admit, part of me has just always wanted to say macho things like that.
But you're not a man.
The true man isn't bound by his sex.
Yeah!
I see. My apologies.
Your leap of logic is so extreme it could reach the moon.
Labrys giggles at seeing our banter. I can't help but smile as well. He sounds embarrassed, and maybe a little happy too. Still.
You're going with them too, Labrys?
To be honest, I wanted to be with her more. But if I said such things, it would just trouble Labrys, so I swallowed those words. Labrys speaks to me, such things are going through my mind.
Yeah. I decided I'm gonna work with Mitsuru-san and them. I'm gonna find whoever it was that set you all up and catch him myself. I won't let any danger come to you guys. So, this is just a short farewell.
Aw.
Labrys.
I felt like someone gripped my heart. Labrys has been through so much worse than we have. All the problems she had to face, yet she's going to fight for us. Whoever the culprit is, they can't just be allowed to get away with doing this to her. Labrys has such a kind heart. For them to treat her like some object is just unforgivable. My happiness for Labrys, my anger for the bastard who had controlled her, my frustration not being able to help. I feel tears in my eyes. I look down, not wanting her to see me cry. The large hand slaps me on the back.
Your passion had a real effect on Labrys. You should be more proud.
Aww.
Master!
A true man is only allowed to cry when he loses his wallet.
Yes, Master!
That's a rather shallow occasion for tears. Did something happen to you during your trip?
It's true that the mental scars one would face if one lost one's wallet in an unknown land halfway across the globe would be immeasurable.
I mean, that's true!
Ah, there they are. Hey!
Our friends have gathered around us. Of course, I told everyone about the phone call I had gotten from Labrys.
You could have stayed a little longer, you know?
Seriously, we got a whole week off and we didn't get to hang out at all.
It's truly a shame. Well, until next time.
Mm-hmm. Until we meet again.
Labrys is smiling, surrounded by all of us. My passion had a real effect on Labrys. That's what Master said, and I don't think it's entirely true. Lyra's changed because of her own will. She seriously wished she was understood. That's why her wish came true. I think that's all there is to it.
We should get going.
At Mitsuru-san's signal, the limousine's engine turns on. It's time for them to leave. Labrys's face clouds over. Sheesh. It's like I gotta say something.
No, a true man wouldn't cry.
Aw, I make a bright smile. Labrys also smiles and enters the limo. Aw, cute. Gotta make friends with your toaster. It's the law. As the car takes off, Labrys sticks her head out the window and yells loudly.
Hey, Chie! I'm really glad that I met you, Chie!
Aww! Oh, that's no use. I'm the one who told her not to cry. Labrys is smiling just like I told her. Looks like I won't be a true man today. Aww.
I'll see you!
Aw, friends for eternity. After seeing them off, we held the long-postponed reunion party for Yukon. We're all feeling a little down after having to say farewell to Labrys, but that immediately picked up our spirits back up. We're so happy that everyone's able to get together like this that we thought it'd be impossible. No more happy surprise. Also doesn't mean we won't be able to see Labrys again. I stretch out and look at the sky. Yep, Golden Week starts for us today. Later that night.
Dear Akihiko-san, that doesn't feel right.
I crumple up yet another piece of paper and throw it in a trash can. I just can't figure out how to start this letter. I'm not really good at writing letters.
Oh, maybe it's too formal.
For all those how to write a professional business letter articles I looked up online really aren't helpful. I take a deep breath and...
To my master. Ooh, much better.
I relax and my pen follows the wishes of my heart. I don't have the best penmanship, but I think a lot nicer to get a handwritten letter than an email.
How have you and Labrys been? I've been well. I've been doing my best while remembering what you said to me on that day. Do you remember? You told me that I would be able to do the right thing. That made me want to become a police officer even more.
I can't help but notice the bootleg Kermit the Frog behind her in the background, and that's pretty awesome.
So, in order to catch the culprit, me and the investigation team are... Oh, crap! Phew! That was close. I'm supposed to keep that a secret from him.
Shh, secrets. We're going to find the one who's been using Labrys. In other words, the investigation team is back in action. That was a big surprise come out at Yukon's party. Yukon himself was the one that suggested it, so we're all surprised. Aw, I love it. Seriously. He said, let's leave this to them, right in front of Mitsuru-san and the others. It looks like Yukon had other plans in mind right from the start. Man, if he could be such a convincing actor, I couldn't go spilling the beans in a letter. But to lie to Master, no, I have to lie to him. I can't let him find out no matter what. I crumple up the piece of paper again and throw it away.
I guess this really isn't my thing. I'll give it another try tomorrow.
Aw. Punch! Will I be able to do the right thing? I'm going to believe those words and do my best to live up to them. I really want him to know that. Next to the letter is the Police Academy Entrance Exam Guide. I bought this a long time ago, but I haven't even touched it since I bought it. I've got to face that someday, too. Well, I look at the clock and realize it's already past midnight.
Oh, yeah. So sleepy. Oh. Since Yukon's with us again, we've got to give what we decided on our best shot. Investigating on our own, huh?
I stand up from my chair and stretch out and then fall into my bed. It's so fluffy, I can't stop myself from immediately drifting off into sleep.
I'll do my best to.
Aww. My future. What I want to protect, an enemy we must fight. There's so much I need to think about. I'm not good at thinking, but there's probably going to be a lot of things that don't go as we plan. But I think I need to concentrate on one thing at a time. And if something doesn't go well, I shouldn't let it get to me. Yes, because I have friends and I know I can go on.
Along with my friend.
Like Dragon Sound said. Alrighty. Okay, that's 4 down. I think we have like...
Welcome to the Velvet Room. This place exists between dream and reality. Mind
Let's see if we can
and
do
matter.
it. I might have to save the rest
don't
for
you
Saturday
introduce
and
yourself?
then just reschedule. But we'll see. Kanji time.
I wish you good luck.
Cliffhanger, of course.
I was getting nervous because you were running wild, thinking this was all a beautiful dream. Good thing I found you. I've missed you so much, you know?
Yeah, I didn't miss you.
That sissy way of talking. Never forget it. This guy's definitely my shadow. I was expecting this to happen, but being face to face with him again is pretty tough anyway. It's my weakness. Stuff I want to ignore. The shadow keeps swaying his damn hips at me while I glare at him.
Oh, what a big meanie you are. Weren't you looking for me? Yeah, to punch your stupid face in. Oh dear.
It looks like you still don't understand.
Understand what? Why, you haven't changed one bit. That's why I've come out.
What is he saying? I haven't changed at all.
Didn't you realize that after what everyone said to you, people haven't forgotten about my side of you at all?
Kanji, keep it together! You can't let him trick you!
Shut up, you goddamn furball! No different than me.
That bastard suddenly throws a folding chair he's holding right at Teddy. Teddy squeaks by with a dodge, but he ends up falling over himself and rolling down the floor. Hey, you know, I could swear my shadow looked different now that he did last year. That's not important now. What matters is this guy behind everything. My weakness created this place.
You're the reason my senpai were acting so weird. Oh, I don't know about that. They could have honestly been speaking their minds, you know. No way in hell they'd... That's what you want to believe. Once again, you're lying to yourself.
Lying to myself, just like back then, huh? You like to sew? What a queer. Painting is so not you. But you're a guy. You don't act like a guy. Every time I heard that stuff, I tried harder not to be myself. Those were some old bad days for me.
Enough of that. I don't want to lie to myself anymore. I want to be who I am.
Shadow looks at me and rages at me selfishly. Screw this. I ain't listening to any more of this. Take a deep breath in and then push it out. I balled my fist and pulled my arm way back.
Are you going to hit me? Are you going to deny me again? That's right. People don't let go of their weaknesses. They can never really accept us.
My shadow's face gets his creepy giddiness. Too bad. I ain't aiming for him. I bring back my fist as hard as I can to my right cheek.
Have you lost your mind? How could you hit yourself? Man, that hurt. Of course it would. It was my fist, after all.
But thanks to that pain, I snapped out of it. I want to run away from my own weakness. Just ignore the nastiness inside me. One punch now knocked all those dumbass feelings out of me. Sure, I'm seeing stars now. No big deal. Maybe it's just my imagination, but I feel my field of vision is wider. I face my shadow head on.
All too well that I'm weak.
Huh? Last year's case. Still clearly remember seeing my shadow for the first time. I knew that there was a chicken inside me back then, pretending there wasn't a cause trouble for my senpai. If I just had a little more courage then, could have made things easier on everyone. Anyways, I was pretty embarrassed about that time. When I forget it ever happened. You know, focus on getting stronger. But things are a little different now.
You heard me, I'm weak. But I met my senpai and they taught me something. Who cares what your weaknesses are? What's important is how you live with them.
Yeah!
It'd be lame for me to repeat the same thing over and over, and I can't cause any more trouble for my senpai.
My senpai. They didn't care how pathetic I was then. They told me that there was no need to force it, that I could just be myself. Now they're here to rescue me, even though I fell into the TV for the dumbest reason. Seriously, they're amazing people. I smack my fist in my palm and glare at my shadow. It's freaking out a little to see this. I'm backing up in fear.
Me too. You're really mean. You should already know. Fists never lie.
Ah, shit. You better hurry up and get back inside me, god damn it! Get in my belly! kanji time, baby. All right. Let's go. God, I'm bad with kanji. These big beefy boys. Try it now. Ooh, drop kick. That's a good drop kick. Got him. Bookmark. Let's go. All right.
Case closed.
Damn right. Now my shadow's defeated, this dumb Grand Prix should end too. I feel like I did something pretty good here. Yeah! I did it!
What happened last time? Turned into my persona and...
Wait just a minute. My persona is just another form of shadow, right? But I was just using my persona on my shadow. If the shadow's there, then you can use your persona, so then my shadow wouldn't be there. Was it? Which is it? Ah, this makes no sense.
Did I not push him far enough? No, I didn't make any mistakes. The power he drew from his bonds was just stronger. Huh? There's something still missing to turn a persona back into a shadow.
Turn a persona back into a shadow? What the hell is he mumbling about? This isn't really my shadow. Last year he looked kind of more, you know. Wait a sec, where'd he go? He was just standing there and now he's gone. What the? What's going on?
When did he disappear? There's a lot of fishy things about all this.
Well, if he's gone, at least he can't cause any more problems. Looks like we did it.
Well, I guess so anyways. I still use my persona and everything, so that means I can lose? Ah, shouldn't let it bother me.
Anyone, please answer me.
Kanji, that voice!
It's Rise. She's talking through her persona. Hey, can you hear me?
The feeling of someone's voice drilling right in my head is my friend Rise. She must be trying to contact us with her persona. Her persona works a little different from ours, so lets her communicate with people and search them. Anyways, I showed that I can hear her to let her know I'm here. A second later, familiar voice echoes in my head.
Edgey and Teddy!
Guess she noticed me. Rise wasn't acting herself for the PA system. It sounds like she's in real trouble now. She's kind of desperate. It's like, not at all like that coming over the loudspeakers. I don't usually talk much, but I put my life in her hands before. Trust me, I know where when she's being serious.
Something happened, right? Where are you now?
I'm in the announcement room, and...
Rise? Rise! Answer me, damn it!
The announcement room! Miss President was headed there too! That place was dangerous after all!
Shadow that disappeared. Maybe it didn't just run away? That thing still causing trouble in the announcement room. Damn it! Compared to last year, this one surely doesn't know when to quit. If that's what's going on, can't waste time over here.
Kanji, wait for me! Don't leave me behind!
Teddy's yelling at me for some reason. It's like he's pretending that there's one invisible walls right there. Well, sorry, dude. Got a place to be.
No time to waste. I'm going on ahead.
Leave Ted in full speed towards the announcement room. The invisible walls are still in my way, but I could get to where I'm going eventually. I stop for a second. I wonder what's going on there. I can't wait too long, but this will be not for nothing. I'm not the one to sweat the details anyways.
Here goes!
Damn! Once I kick down the door like a boss, I see Rise and Miss President. And that fake Teddy. And that goddamn shadow bastard. I beat the crap out of him once, and now he just comes back again wearing a new face?
Kanji! You're late, you moron!
Quit whining. Hurry up and come over here.
I wait for Rise over to my side. She grabs Miss President's hand and gets behind me. Rise's persona is great for information and stuff, but she can't fight with it at all. I gotta make sure to protect her.
That student council president, right? You don't look so good. You okay?
It's not true. You keep saying weird things. Another nuisance.